And break.
Oh, we're just starting a show.
To your mom's.
So what's up, guys?
Yo, yo, yo. Yes, yo-yos are definitely up, unless you're doing the walking the dog, and then they're down. So, how you guys doing this Friday night?
It's Friday night and the mood is right.
Come along, have some fun. TGIF.
Show you how it's done. TGIF.
Do the haircut.
No, you took it too far.
Sorry, watched the LA Beast eat some discontinued cereal, and he was surprised by the Urkelos.
Why?
Because they were the most edible out of the bunch. Yeah. So what's up?
Oh, that's about it.
Now,
what have you been up to, Ben?
Life, Frank. Been trying not to sweat myself to death in this intense heat.
Is it hot as balls down in your basement?
No, that's why I'm down here.
Oh.
This is the coolest room in the house, so...
You guys got AC, don't you?
Yeah, so... You want to run that thing all the time and burn it out? Shit gets expensive. So my new headphones came in the mail last week, so replacements for my old ones that were wigging out with the Bluetooth.
I was gonna say, what happened to your other ones?
Well, the Bluetooth been acting up and sometimes disconnecting, and I sent tech support an email about it, and they're like, "Oh, well, print off this thing, and we'll send you some new ones. You know, when you send us the old ones." I was like, "Okay," and that was August of last year, and I finally got around to it because I was like, stuff happens, man. Life gets busy, you know.
Life comes at you fast.
For everything else, there's Geico. So yeah, you just
was that like the Bose ones?
Yeah, these are they get. I had the Quiet Comfort the wireless ones because I've had the wired ones. I left those in the office for days when I don't bring these in. And these are the Quiet Comfort 2, the updated model that lets you access Google Assistant and Siri by pressing a button. So they decided to upgrade me for to accommodate for all the hassle, and I was like, thank you. So yeah,
that's cool.
Pretty nice, pretty nice. So
yeah, I got some Bluetooth headphones was it like a month or so ago, and they're Pioneer.
Oh, any good?
They're not noise canceling or anything. I don't care about that stuff.
I do, because I got so much noise. Yeah. Well, it's the ADD / whatever else is wrong with me. I need noise canceling, because after a while it's like, no, I just need peace and quiet.
Yeah.
So
I need to get one of those adapters though to hook it up to the computer, because I was trying to look at my motherboard specs, and I think it doesn't have Bluetooth built into it.
Oh, you gotta get one of those dongles. Yeah, my desktop it had Bluetooth, but it didn't have Wi-Fi built in, because why? It's like, it's a desktop, and from 08. So I had to get I bought one of the cards on like eBay or Amazon or something, and my dad and I spent like the entire day trying to get the little teeny connectors to stay in. You're like, stay in, damn it! And then we lost the screws in it, and that was a fun day of adventure. Know what I mean, Frank?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I decided to pick up some video games today, Frank.
What'd you get?
I got Raft, Duck Game, and Stick Figure Fight.
I saw it said you were playing Raft.
it's I had to like it was set to good quality, but I think it was still kind of little I don't know. It's a little weird to play because
Hmm.
you've seen Let's Plays of it, right?
No.
Well, to get anything, you have to throw a hook on a rope, and you're on a raft that's, floating through the ocean. So it's
Uh-huh.
like you throw the thing in a straight line, but
Uh-huh.
everything's floating around you weird. So it's like it's a little
Uh-huh.
disorienting. I'm
Hmm.
trying to get the hang of it.
Hmm.
So, and then the shark starts eating your raft, and you're like, damn it.
Damn
So,
it, Baldy.
but yeah, stick figure fight is as fun to play as it is to watch, which it's hilarious to watch. Uh, I kind of wish they had. I don't think it has AI though. I think you have to connect to multiplayer to use it or play local. So
Hmm.
yeah, but other than that, I mean, it's crazy. You play as stick figures fighting on a constantly changing level where you and you get the gun that like shoots snakes and uh,
That's what you've been up to, huh, Ben?
today because yesterday I was working in the office doing some rough animation, and then it started raining and Dad wanted to go out to eat.
Yeah, I called Mom and she said you were asleep.
Today? Oh yeah, yeah. I just
No, yesterday. I think it was yesterday.
yesterday. What time did you call? Because
Oh
I
wait,
left
no, no, it was the yeah, it was the 5th.
because if you called yesterday, I was gone at like 9 in the morning. So
No, this was I don't know.
I have problems where some days like if I don't set the alarm or if I don't have somebody poking me, I'll wake up and it's like, oh, it's like 9 o'clock at night. I guess I was tired.
Hmm.
So yeah. So how's things
What
been
about
for you
you,
guys?
Ian?
What about me? Um,
No, the other
well, I've
Ian.
been.
Oh, the good one. Okay.
Well, shit's still kind of up in the air with that monitor thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a bitch.
yeah. Just to catch Ben up, I've well, I got my setup finally done here with my desks and everything. As you can see, I got a new chair and everything. Uh, but I got that Huion monitor.
Mhm.
I really haven't gotten a chance to use it just because I've been so busy working on my setup and stuff for the past couple months or so. Doing the fabrication of those monitor mounts and everything, and uh, I just haven't. I've only gotten to use it a few times. Nate's used it like a couple times since he's been here, but I noticed when I went to uh, I put it on the monitor arm and then I plug everything in, and I noticed that I wasn't getting any display signal to it. Um, but I noticed that it was recognizing my like my display software, and uh,
Mm.
the drivers for it was recognizing it too, and like even if I put the pen to the screen, it'll move the cursor and everything. So it's just like the display I think was dead or something because you can't even push the menu button or any other buttons. You don't see anything at all.
Shit.
Yeah,
But
there's so many variables with stuff like that, man. Because it's like I showed you that little DP10 I had, right? The little USB screen that with tablet screen, and like I managed to get the drivers for that working on my Mac, but when I got them on this Windows computer, it would jump around between not recognizing that it's a tablet, and then other times like I finally had to figure out, does it recognize pressure sensitivity, and I think I got it to doing that, but I have to unplug my Wi-Fi, my wireless mouse dongle, and then I have to make sure I start the thing for it's like, oh, this app has to be running before this one. It's like, oh boy.
Hmm.
Yeah. Sorry to
yeah,
interrupt you.
but that's cool. Yeah, I got it from eBay though, and the monitor is normally supposed to have like a 1 year warranty on it, but since I got it from the eBay, like I wasn't sure how, like it wasn't listed what that they had warranties on it, even though it was like they were brand new and it was like a unopened box and stuff. And but
Did you register
it's
it?
uh like they didn't really have like a registration thing on their site, which is kind of weird. I mean, you could register to get on, like to
I mean, I'm
like to
gonna.
be a member on their website or whatever, but
Well, usually they want you to register so that they have a track of how long you've had the thing.
Right.
I mean, I'm going to say since it was new in box, you probably have 90-day to a year warranty from the manufacturer. If not, I think eBay has up to a certain amount for like.
well, eBay has a 30-day money back guarantee or whatever, and it's only been like 5 or 6 months. So, and like I said, they usually normally come with a 1 year warranty, but like I gave them all my information and stuff, and they said they didn't have it in their system or whatever. But
Oh
that
boy.
could be because like these people, they buy up a bunch of monitors and they sell it to people on eBay. So it's like, uh, what do you do? I'm still trying to work with them. The people I think are, like they're based in China or whatever, and I think when I message them through eBay and stuff, they're having to use a translator because like their English is off and stuff on there.
Shit.
And I asked them, well, are these supposed to come with warranties, or is there any information that you could help give me the manufacturer so that they could help find in their system or whatever? But I haven't. That was like a couple of days ago. I haven't heard back anything from them. I might try to see if I could get a hold of like eBay directly, to see if they would do anything to resolve it. If not, since it's pretty much everything is working but the screen, I might, if worse comes to worse, I'm gonna have to see if I could go to a repair shop, because even if I had to pay like a couple $100 or whatever, like they charge for monitor repairs at a repair shop, I'd rather pay that than have to pay another $600 for a new one.
So
Right.
the screen's not working. Is it that when you plug it in, the computer doesn't recognize it, or does it not light up, or like?
No, it's like I said, it recognizes it. It's like in my AMD software, it recognizes it as another display. It even says Huey on the display, so it's recognizing that, and the drivers for the like the cursor being able to move around with the pen. So it's purely just the display itself that's messed up. And I've tried different cables. I've tried it on both of my machines.
Just the display, and
Yeah.
and it doesn't and it doesn't even light up like just black, like do the lamps in it light up, or?
No, I can't even. Like I said, I push the menu button. I can't even see any kind of menu options or anything, because you should be able to turn it on without having it even plugged into anything.
Yeah,
And there
yeah.
is a light that does come on, indicating that the power is on. So
I
I'm like,
mean,
what the fuck?
well, I mean that just sounds like a hardware issue. So
Yeah.
so I mean it shouldn't be. I mean, for a tinkerer like you should be able to figure something out with it. Where's I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna go in there and like try to solder stuff or whatever. I know people say you put in the oven to like solder joints and stuff, but I ain't fucking with that shit. But just to show you, I was gonna show Ben. This is this was like kind of like a setup kind of thing. This is it when it's done here. So this is the Huion on one of the mounts there.
Huion.
That Huion.
I mean,
It was pretty cool. I finished all my foam and stuff there on the wall.
I mean, Huion's one of those more reliable brands,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's like it's probably the best competition I could get against Wacom.
Well, I mean, I forget it. Are Huion and Lenovo, are they like
No, they're
connected?
different.
Okay, because I figured Huion and Monoprice are this basically rebranded. I don't know.
I don't know. Monoprice
But,
takes a lot of things and just slaps their name on it, Ben.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, will say that I have learned a lesson, and that I will next time. I'm gonna definitely pay the $50 for that protection plan. That goes
Well,
through eBay.
that's electronics for you, man. When it's something that big, it's like I don't know. I mean, when I got this laptop through, I think it was an eBay Best Buy, their Best Buy, like Best Buy's eBay listing or whatever, refurbished. So I figured if worse came to worse, I could go to Best Buy to get it swapped out. But
Yeah.
Hmm.
Where do you think I should go, Frank? Because I know they have Geek Squad, or they have. I know they have some kind of services that like through the thing through Micro Center. Or should I
Uh,
try to find like a local screen place or something?
well, I mean,
I
there
mean,
might be places that that Huion only accepts, like how Apple products you can take it to like certain places that do Apple ship, but they have to be accredited or whatever.
I mean, I
Yeah.
assume since it sounds like it's just the monitor part, I figure any decent repair shop should be able to fix that. Like that's just that's because that's not
I'm
having to fuss with drivers and
I'm lucky. My shit I got on eBay Canada is still fucking going.
Yeah.
So, and that's just pure luck.
By the way, Frank, I got my this is my Cooler Master keyboard
Oh,
matching my tower here, and
oh,
this this is the Red Dragon one that's blue matching my blue computer. So it's like
oh,
green side, blue side.
oh shit!
Or,
Now you just need a red.
yeah, I was thinking about trying to do that for like my server computers, on the other side.
are you making the
Mm,
Infinity Gauntlet out of your computers?
Yeah.
pretty much.
Did you watch that movie? Did you finally check that out?
No, I'm behind on. There's just so many. I finally watched Thor Ragnarok with Solange, but you know,
Uh,
which that one was fun. I think they were trying a little too hard to be funny with it, but I can't remember if I saw the one before that. Was it Thor: The Dark World? I can't remember if I saw it or not.
yeah, the one with the reality gem with the red stuff going around her and stuff.
I don't know, man.
Don't know. So, what Franklin's been up to?
Okay, well, we
Yeah,
got
when
too
have
much
you?
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, Ben. This ain't your show. So,
This is the guy who kicked me out last time, Mr. Bill O'Reilly. Cut his mic.
whoa, whoa. No, see, there's this gift that I want to show you before we do this thing.
Hey,
We're
at
not
least
gonna
two
go
people
no
were
damn well.
enjoying it, which is more than what I could say for your BS.
Hover your mouse over that eject button, Ian. Anyway, so what have I been up to? Well,
Nobody cares.
anyway,
Oh, man.
so the 4th was just recent, and the 3rd, the day before the 4th, our upstairs bathroom sprung a leak and flooded.
Oh shit.
Right before work, I get up to let the dogs out in the morning, and my wife goes, "Oh shit!" And then I go in there, the floors, water everywhere, fucking shooting out water. I go downstairs.
American.
I go to let the dogs out. There's water coming in from the ceiling and the downstairs. I'm like, fuck. So it's the day before a holiday, so we got to go to work if we want to get paid. So I had to go, and then luckily my father-in-law came and checked it out. It was just from the shut-off valve to the sink. The flex hosing wasn't long enough, so they used PVC to make up the difference, and that is what broke.
Uh,
So he just went and
we need to
got the
get some
proper
metal
size.
tubing.
Well, he just went and got some proper size flex hosing, and it worked. So,
Uh,
and then
how did you clean up?
that's all I did. I was on towel duty, putting towels down and sopping up all the water I could.
You didn't have any
Um,
shop vacs?
no, not in our bedroom at 5 in the morning. No,
Uh,
What else? So that was that, and then I told you, I have an AC unit here in this room now.
yeah, you put a new one in there. Is that fuck up too?
Well, hold on. No, I put the new one in the bedroom because we sleep in there, and I only come in this room sparingly. So we put the old one in here and put the new one where we sleep because we spend more time in there. But anyway, so I've been using it, and it's worked. And then right after, like, we did the show, and I played video games all night, and had it going, and it was cool. And then I think it was Sunday or whatever, some other day, I was in here playing video games, and I had it on. It just goes pure. Everything, the whole second story of our house went black. Oh, we tripped the circuit breaker. So we go downstairs. In our circuit breaker box, the entire second floor is on one breaker. 2 bedrooms and a fucking bathroom and the hallway light to the stairs is all on one fucking breaker. So when the shit went out, I'm going around, I did have my phone. I couldn't use it as a flashlight. I'm walking around in the dark. Hello? I can't fucking see. I'm flipping the light switches. Nothing's happening. But so that's something we're going to have to fix. We tried it because we flipped it. We said, well, okay, maybe it was just a freak thing. I've never done that before. Came back up here 10 minutes later. Went down again. So, I didn't, it was all week. I hadn't been in here. And then my wife's like, well, let me turn on the AC and see if it's the problem. So she turns on the AC. Well, it's working, So I was like, well, is it okay if I go play on the computer? And yeah, go ahead and try it. So I get on it, and I'm on it for a good hour just dicking around and playing video games. And then, boom, goes down again. So we're like, yeah, that's what it is. It can't handle the load. So, I mean, I don't know how much one breaker is rated for, but they couldn't have saved a whole lot of money. They, if they had just split it into 2, that would have been at the time, $4, my father-in-law said. So we're going to have to split it up to share the load, because I have fans on me now, but it gets hot in here. 90-something degrees, I can't do it.
Didn't you guys don't have those old bulb breakers, do you?
No.
I know you said that was an old house.
They totally gutted it at one point, and they stripped it down to the studs and redid all the walls and shit. It's just hillbillies did it and half-assed it.
Yeah.
So that's all that
money
is.
Pit.
No, not really. It's just anytime you get something that someone else had, you're gonna have to fix their fuck ups. That's how it is when you buy anything big.
Right. Like
my car. I told you I bought my car, and I went to change the seats because someone had put bucket seats in it, and they came with a bench seat. So I went to take the buckets out. You normally just unbolt the seat and pull it out, right?
Right.
No, this guy had welded 6-inch threaded rod instead of putting screws through the floor. And I had to use a fucking sawzall to get the seat out. So, yeah. You're constantly fixing people's fuck-ups. So
you guys didn't get together, you and Ben, for the 4th or anything?
No, we went to my in-laws' house, and I talked to my dad and my mom a little bit. They called me, but we didn't go over there.
You guys see any fireworks or anything?
No. I mean, I came in here and I heard doosh, doosh, doosh on the 3rd, so they were setting them off, but I didn't go check it out. I don't give a fuck.
Doosh, 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 doosh.
Just a bunch of noise, and we got dogs. I don't like fireworks because it scares them.
Happy Loud Nightmare Day.
Yeah.
Not a big holiday guy, huh?
It's fucking fireworks. It's not a real holiday. It's bullshit. I like it. I like hanging out with my See, I mean, that's all it is. You can't say all holidays. I love Christmas. New Year's, I can take or leave it. I'm not, it depends. It really, do I feel like staying up tonight? No. Or do I feel like it? Yeah. I mean, I just, 4th of July, you get to hang out with your family and, ooh, America. And then it gets boring.
America. Fuck yeah. Imprisoning kids from the motherfucking
like a
border.
old man.
What?
Well, I'm
Liquid
sorry.
night.
I'm what do you want me to do there, Ian? I'm not
Punk.
a little
It's
kid.
it's like that old saying goes. Punk rock isn't dead. It's just gray, balding, and going to bed at a much more reasonable hour.
That's right. Well, it's like, I don't care. Fireworks are loud, and I for the half hour at max, you see the fireworks. You're spending an hour fucking driving home. I drive home in that shit. Fuck that. You do
But
that
did you
once.
do like a cookout or something?
No.
Nah.
We went to my in-laws. They
No.
they grilled, so we ate their food, but it was
Oh
too
yeah,
hot.
you did go to your in-laws. That's cool though.
Yeah, it was too hot to sit outside, so we went inside and ate with everybody, and that was that was
That
that
was,
was it.
well, that's cool. At least you did something.
Well, yeah. I mean, I had the day off. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
I just don't give a shit about fireworks.
Yeah, I went to my parents' place and uh we
Said, "Where's my
saw
money?"
watched right. We saw
Got
some
any money?
fireworks from the neighbors.
Oh,
Neighbor fireworks are different than, officially sanctioned fireworks. It's like, hey, it's 3 in the morning. Everyone's asleep. Fireworks time.
right. No, I've been in the hood, Ian, where like, oh shit, is that fireworks or gunshots? And my work before, they had a parking garage where they used to let the employees park on the roof and watch the fireworks. But the last year that they did it, there was a fucking building right in front of the fireworks. So I drove all that way and waited in the heat on the roof with a bunch of fucking people I didn't care about and couldn't even fucking see them.
So wait,
So,
you're just saying the last day there happened to be a new building there. Just spring up our night.
no, but they opened the whole thing like, oh, we're gonna let you on the fucking roof just for this event, and like everybody was there, and the shit was behind a fucking building. I'm like, they couldn't have told us, oh, we're not gonna be able to see it. Don't even bother doing it. I mean, because we did it the year before, you could see it. I mean, they do put up new buildings, Ben. They have like 5 or 6 buildings that have been put up since I've been there. So, anyway, so I was busy with that. My LEDs, I told you they went out, and I said I'm going to order another set. So I ordered another set. I think on the last show on the 29th, right?
Yeah.
So I ordered them on the 29th. Prime shipping. Prime shipping, right? Well,
Okay.
That
I
shipping
ordered
is in its prime.
right, and I ordered them on the 29th. So that's before July 4th, right?
Right. Let me guess.
So
You didn't get
hold on, hold
white
on.
prime
No,
like
no, hold on.
shipping.
Hold on.
Optimus Prime shipping.
So after I, hit OK, it goes, we'll be arriving. What the hell date was Thursday? Today's Friday the 6th, so it was the 5th. Arriving on the 5th. Well, that's fucking weird, but okay. I mean, I guess since there's a holiday and they're stupid, okay, whatever. I'll take a little extra time. Well, then I get a message on Thursday when I go to check the status. Oh, redirected. We'll be shipping. We're arriving on Tuesday. I fucking paid for Prime. Didn't even say shipped and held up there. No, they hadn't even fucking shipped it yet. So I was pissed. I posted some shit on Facebook. What the fuck, Jeff Bezos? And yes, I know it's Bezos. Fuck him. I'll call him however I want. I'm pissed at him. So
I'm sure he's a big listener and is very upset.
So
Well, I think you could complain to them directly.
Well, anyway, I mentioned it on Facebook, and one of my friends like, well, if there's a live chat option on their page, if you do that, they might give you like a credit or a refund on the shipping. I go, okay. So I do that, and they're like, oh yeah, we're sorry that this happened. Go ahead and cancel the purchase, and then make another purchase with the fastest shipping available, and give us the order number. So I did that. Okay, well, it was free shipping because once again I picked Prime because every fucking thing's Prime. Why not?
Right.
But instead of 2 day, they're like, okay, we bumped it up to 1 day, so you'll get it tomorrow. So I should get it tomorrow by the end of the fucking day. So
Yeah, he was pissed, man. He was like more pissed than I think he was with than his water problem.
What's
well,
that? Frank being pissy about something? Man, I don't believe you, Ian. I think you're telling tales.
you got to remember, I sit in here in the dark. Like this light
It's not our
here,
fault you're a cave troll.
this is my only other light. But hold on, if I turn the monitor off,
Why don't you get some candles out?
your mother.
What about our mother? Well, tell her you brought her up.
Well, anyway, I don't appreciate the dark, and I didn't. And the thing is, I don't want to replace the fucking LEDs. I could have just ordered a power supply, but if it ended up being I needed new lights anyway, I might as well just get it, because I was gonna put lights behind this thing anyway if they end up extra. So I'm gonna try to just replace the power supply, and if that doesn't work, then I'll have to replace the lights. I just don't want to take all this heavy shit off of the desk.
Oh, one thing I forgot to ask you about: did the power supply brick have a light on it or something?
Yeah, the brick lights up.
And then it's probably the LEDs then.
Well, the power supply is two parts. There's the brick and then the actual like remote sensor part that you plug it into.
Yeah, yeah, that part. Yeah, that's true too.
So it could be either one of those, or it could be the lights. I mean, the remote works because I used my camera to see if the infrared was working, and when I pressed the button, you could see the infrared flash. So,
well, thankfully, those LEDs usually come with the sensor and the remote with them most of the time.
yeah, I'll dick with it when I fucking get it. I'm not looking forward to taking my, 50-inch TV off the desk to be able to.
First world problem.
Well, because this is a heavy ass oak piece of wood. Even with nothing on it, it's not fun to turn around. I put the shit on behind it. I'm like, I don't want to ever do this again, and now I got to do it again. So, but anyway, that's what I did this week.
Knock on your desk. Hopefully it'll work.
Anyway, would you like to get into some Battlestations, sir?
Yep. If Ben doesn't mind.
Huh? What? Oh, I'm still here.
It's not his show. Who gives a shit?
If our old boss doesn't mind.
Well, what's he gonna do? Fire us?
He's gonna be like, no, I'm making you guys come back.
I'm gonna rehire you guys, then fire your asses again.
Man your battle stations. Man your battle stations. Station.
But it might be overkill for a system like this. What am I talking about? Overkill? Nah.
That's my new drop I sent you.
What?
Yep. While we're at it, since it's
4K, man. 4K all day, every day. Except for still probably not at high detail.
Is that intentional?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's all mash all the tech stuff together.
So, yeah.
So my theme for this week is glass. Search glass, and this is what you got.
Cables. Cables everywhere.
Put them on the glass, boys.
Titties.
Glass and titties. Glass and titties. Glass.
Well, okay. He's got a little bendy microphone, which, okay. I mean, it goes with his on-ear headphones.
Yeah.
Acer monitor. I mean, I can't hate. He plays CS:GO. What other pictures we got here? Oh, you got 52 upvotes, even with glass. Legit a mic I found for $12 at Staples. Well, I mean, it as long as it functions, it's got a glass desk, which, and take it or leave it, the black wires, the shit's everywhere. But then he's got a plastic shelf right underneath it.
Yeah.
It's kind of tacky, dog.
Well, it's hard unless if you spend all the time that I did managing mine.
Right. Oh, I saw this one. This is a recent one.
Yeah, so this was like the flagship kind of one that I found there. I found it first before I decided to search for glass, and I was like, it does have glass anyways on there.
Yeah, just a little one section there.
Yeah.
It's like he had a glass desk, and he said, okay, maybe I can add some shit around the sides so you won't notice.
It's kind of like glass and like rustic, like made a baby or something.
Yeah.
It's like all wood.
Wood. And then blue, black, and wood, basically.
Yeah.
And he's got those, what do they call that?
Sound panels.
Modern, no, those modern speakers. I know the model of these fucking things. My guy's just doing a review of these. He unboxed them recently.
Is that like a digital clock or something?
What?
Or is that a tablet down on the lower left?
It's a light. It just says setup wars and has his name on it.
Zach.
Yeah. I think these are, I don't think they're JBL speakers. Now it's going to bother me. I've got that same camera he's got. He's got a little tiny strip of carbon fiber on the bottoms of his monitors. And if you notice, one's flipped upside down so the thin bezels are up against each other. Makes a better look. What's he say on the description here? Hold on. Of course he doesn't say it. Oh, I recall seeing him on Setup Wars. Yeah. And he's got a little soundproofing thing for his Blue Yeti so he could do voiceover work if need be. Got a nice little keyboard there. I think it's the same one I got. Leather chair.
Yeah, it's a unique chair.
He's got two GeForce GTX graphics cards, but I cannot for the life of me tell what the fuck they are. Thermaltake water cooler. Looks like a Threadripper CPU there. If you notice, it's a big rectangle.
Yeah, probably. I wonder if it's what kind of radiator he's got.
What kind of what?
Radiator.
It's a Thermaltake. This is an AIO.
Oh, really? That's a huge AIO then.
Yeah, it's a Water 3.0 by Thermaltake. They actually make one that's a full rectangle to completely cover the CPU block, but if you just want a big ass radiator, you can use that, I guess. Can't with all the shit on the glass, I can't even tell what motherboard he's rocking. I see it's a Gigabyte Aorus, but I don't know any other specs about it. Looks like he's got Corsair either RGB or LED RAM. I mean, he's got the whole black and blue.
I wonder what his favorite color is.
That's what it said in the comments. I mean, he carries down from his keyboard to his mouse pad to his lights to his headphones to his chair. He's got his color game on lock.
Yeah, and if you change anything, it's gonna fuck everything up.
Right. He's like,
It'll look
oh, man,
ugly.
now I like titty pink. Your third setup for the night. Blow it up. Zoom enhance. The hell is that? What the fuck is that?
That's what she said.
No, what's this little square dealy over here?
Oh, I have no idea what that is.
His chair is raggedy as all fuck. The pleather's like peeling off all over the place.
Yeah, that's what was happening with my other chair. My thankfully my stepmom is helping me do the arms now because those were peeling off. She redid the material for me. She's has like a whole sewing room in the basement, and
Oh.
yeah.
That was nice of her.
Oh. He's got
Yeah.
another blue theme going on here too, but then he's got the green headphones.
He's got that yellow theme going on with the
Wallpaper
monitors
and the posters.
pictures.
Got a little ding in the wall there.
Oh, better patch that up, huh?
Yeah, well, it's just a scratch in the paint. He could cover it up with Sharpie.
To
Dude, I had that same chair. Does the armrest fall off on yours too? It broke off. I had to weld up a bracket to keep the backrest on properly and bolt it back together.
Nice. Yeah, I noticed like the leather on like black leather chairs, those don't peel off, but when you get into like the brown or other colors,
This is
it
black
totally
dog.
comes off.
That's black dog.
Well, then the leather chair that I only got for $40. That must have been pretty good because like I had that for like 10, 15 years, you know.
Um, desk. Sorry, scrolling down the info to see anything. Oh, Echo B thermostat. Bought it for $100. I'm assuming that's what that thing is in the side there. Let me. Shit. Nope. I was trying to highlight it. There we go. What the fuck? No. God damn it. What the fuck did I just do?
If I had a quarter for every time Frank said that.
Yeah.
You'd have 2 quarters. You'd call someone who cares. Boosh.
Sure, Ben is so hurt by that comeback.
Oh, that's what it is, all right. Thermostat. Kind of dumb looking. I don't know what that little puck is.
So how's the office doing, Ben?
Well, it's been pretty good. Just a matter of, being awake enough to get there in the morning, staying through the day, dealing with the heat.
Have you ever been over there like late at night?
Yeah, I try
everybody's
not to
gone.
be, though, because I don't want to be driving real late.
Oh, Ian has a bonus.
Oh, okay. So the bonus, that one was just thrown in there. He's like, well, I did my best.
No, we didn't.
Did you really, though?
I mean, he did better.
So I think it finally worked.
Here's his first picture. All the shit kind of. He threw it down there like he was going to slip a board in front of it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
then you wouldn't see it, but like, okay, where's he going with that? And then here's the after. He did better. I mean,
I did what I did.
I said what I said. I mean, like, the tube in the middle is kind of obvious. It really should be pushed over along the side of the frame, and then you wouldn't even fucking notice it.
Yeah.
and wouldn't be hard to do. I mean, you can see where the frame is. So, and then there's a. This is how those cable collection boxes are supposed to be. If you got a bunch of, what do they call the brick part of the charger bricks? Is it the transformer? Is that the word I'm looking for? Anyway, yeah. If you got a bunch and you just want to stick it in the corner, because once he sits there, you're not gonna be able to fucking see it. So,
Yeah.
but it looks a hell of a lot better than that.
Yeah.
So,
Well, actually, at first when I saw it, I thought that he was talking about that's what it was. I thought that was the after picture.
I tried this one time. What if you had one chance? Dude, I have those same speakers. They actually still work. I just feel stupid using them with this thing. Wow. So is this in the fold for our votes?
No.
Okay.
I don't think it should be.
Okay.
That should be in like battles, like average battle stations.
Yeah, so you got Mr. Ripped Up Leather. You got Mr. Blue Black Wood. And then you got the sloppy Mr. Purple. All right, I think with obviously everyone's going to say this one's the best one. Right?
And go back to the third one. Sloppy chair. Yeah, I would go 1 and then, or number 2 first, and then this one, and then the first one third.
Yeah, because this one, I mean, he matched his lights to his wallpaper. That's about all he did here.
Yeah.
Other than that, this is a 2-second setting in Corsair or whatever the fuck software he's got. I think Gigabyte, because that's what's on the desktop now that I look at it. Asus. Okay. That's right, Asus Aura. So, yeah, he just matched his damn colors. Like, okay, I got purple and kind of blue and red. Okay, that's cool. All right, guys, look at that. I know I'm going to tidy up my wires. Woo!
Yeah.
So, number 2 is number 1, number 3 is number 2, and then number 1 is number 3.
What do you think, Ben? Would you say the same thing, or do you got any?
Sure.
Ben says, I don't give up. But
I mean, at that point, it's just purely aesthetics because it's like they're all pretty nice rigs. I mean,
well, that's all this is about. It's about the space. It's not necessarily about the hardware because.
Well, I mean, the thing is that blue, that blue, with all the crazy wood and stuff, that's a well-designed space, but it's also cramped. But then again, these desks, you can't see anything past them, so it's like,
Nah, it's not. It doesn't look cramped. I mean,
well, it's like he's got a table to the side of it, so he's in a corner, and it's like you've got a wall next to that, so it's a little tiny space compared to the other two.
Well, yeah, but his desk, the glass part, is probably an actual independent desk. Like, that's enough to have been a desk by itself, and then he put a shelf on either side. So he really had a desk and a half, and I mean...
That glass part is a little bit wider than the monitor. I've got a dedicated desktop that used to be part of a desk.
No, I'm saying, look, he's got there's the metal framework for holds it up. There's the back plate that covers up the cables for his monitors, and he's got an extended mouse mat, which is the same thing I have. The glass part completely, it takes that, and so his desk is, in all reality, is probably about 6 feet like mine.
Yeah, his chair is covering up a lot of it too.
His mouse is right there, and then he's got a whole like at least another foot or two to the right of it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, we encourage you if you don't think that one should be first, we encourage you to change it.
No, I'm just saying it's like, it's like it looks cramped, but then again, they all have basically the same computer specs, so it's a matter of, stylistic preference at that point.
No.
Also, it's like, what are you using it for? Like, that looks like it's mostly used for like a Let's Play / for, audio recording station, versus the others are just general all-purpose computer desks. So,
well, dog, I mean, like they're not all the same specs by a long shot. This thing, is at best, I'm gonna say Ryzen maybe at best, and meanwhile, this guy's got a Threadripper with an SLI setup, and
Yeah,
this
that guy
guy
has some money.
This guy, I have no fucking idea what he's got. So the two outside guys, without doing a little bit more investigation, I don't have a clue about their actual setup. I just have an idea about their area. Versus this guy, I know his setup at the bare minimum cost him over $1,000.
$1,000, like serious dude. That was just like for the processor by itself. $1,000.
Well, see. Now hold on. I've been trying out Threadripper builds, so it's at least what you can build an SLI setup depending on which case and depending on which GPUs he's got. These could be 980s for all we fucking know.
Well,
they just say
kind of expensive.
Well, not really.
Video.
Well, 980s aren't that high anymore. I don't think. Let me do some searching real quick while we talk amongst ourselves.
Well, I was, by the way, speaking of recording and stuff, your microphone and stuff down there. Didn't you take that Yeti over to your office or whatever?
Yeah, it's over at my office, but they've got a podcasting studio set up over there now. So, would I like to use that sometime? Maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should go on there on the show sometime. What are you on now? Does that have a mic built into those headphones?
Yeah. There's the Bose Quiet Comfort 2. Bluetooth. It's got the mic. Connect Bluetooth to the computer. It connects your device to Siri and the Google Assistant. Yeah, it's got a pretty decent microphone, I'd say.
Well, it sounds decent. So that's hooked up to your laptop or whatever. Didn't you say you got a new laptop?
Yep, I got it. Acer Swift. So.
Okay. Right, it's Swift, aren't you? Okay, so just a quick search here. If they're 980s, just going on off a guess here, because that was the 1080 is like the Ti is the go-to now. 1080 is, if you can get it, cool. And then the 980s are the old hotness that are still in kind of high demand, but not really. You can get one of those for just under $300 for a Founders Edition.
Okay.
Cool.
And how much did you say that was?
$275 here for this one here. This is buy it now on eBay.
So that would be like over $550. That wouldn't be too bad for two of them.
I mean, if he's just doing it for the looks, because for productivity, I guess it would work. All right. I mean, everyone knows you're going to struggle with SLI in games anyway because the games aren't made for fucking SLI. But yeah,
well, it's got to be for productivity because he's got the Threadripper too. That was that's where it really shined, wasn't it?
It does that, and then you can also stream while playing games, and you're not going to encounter as much bottlenecking. So, I mean, the motherboard and GPU. Plus, it depends on when he got this set up. Because if you go to Micro Center right now, not sponsored by Micro Center, but if they feel like throwing some money my way, please do. Threadripper. Yeah, let's see. That was what did we say? Oris. Oh, it was a gigabyte. Okay. If you get the lowest end, which is the 1900X, right?
Right.
You can get the motherboard and CPU for $689, $639 after rebate. So I want to say that plus 500 for a couple 980s, if that's what he's rocking. I don't fucking know. I apologize for my ignorance, guys. I'm just now jumping into the NVIDIA game. But plus 500-ish, plus a power supply, plus whatever RAM. I don't know if it doesn't look. I mean, he's running. It looks like he's running at least Corsair RAM. I don't know if their LED comes in blue, or maybe he could be rocking just white LEDs, and this glass could be tinted blue for all we fucking know.
Yeah,
because it looks like it's just a sticker.
I'm gonna say about 3, probably.
3 what?
3 grand.
Yeah, it depends on when he built it, because the prices, Threadripper prices are really coming down. But my original point is that he's got the most money sunk into this, because that keyboard, if it's the same as mine, cost him over $100. That mouse, I'm sure is I can't quite tell if it's the master mouse or not from this angle. I think it is. Those speakers are kind of well known. I don't remember if they're JBL. I have to look. But yeah, his stuff is kind of, up there. This is a cool little space. I just don't know his PC specs. He could be rocking, DDR3 RAM with what is it, a 6300?
Right. Well, what I was gonna ask too is what's the monitors game? Who has the best audio game?
Oh,
you said the other guy had like a JBL's or something.
I'm trying to tell what the fuck they are. I know this. It's gonna drive me nuts here. Hold on.
If you can't tell, you might have to go buy headphones, because I think all of them have headphones in them.
Well, those are Audio Technicas, which are higher end. By default, if they're... Let me take a look at the shape. Tell you which ones they are. Well, fuck. I'm sure that, if we actually want specs, it was on Setup Wars, he might actually give the rundown of what the fuck he's got. I just don't feel like watching it.
You should click. There was another post from the same guy where he had it where it was all the lights were turned on blue.
Could it be blue?
There was let me see if I can find it.
Such exciting podcast material.
That's right, Ben. People talking about things and stuff.
Yeah.
Things and stuff. Items.
That's what they do. They talk.
Oh, yeah. This was another view from it also, if you're interested in it.
Oh, now I gotta...
I think.
You just linked me to Battlestations, dog.
That's right. You actually gotta click on the shit. There's another view. Alright. What the fuck, man? No, ignore that one.
Maybe this week he get his clicking game together.
Right. Okay.
I sent you that link, dog. Okay, I found it. Never mind, Ian. I found it. Don't you worry. I'm on it.
Well, I have that one, and then I have the all blue. They're right in there, Frank.
I'm not.
Or we could just wait for Frank to.
I'm not going through all those to find which one works. Okay. So here's a further shot.
There's only like 3 of them.
Here's a further shot.
Yeah, there's a more wide-angle shot.
Now, I didn't see in the first one was the... Oh, he's got a different monitor. Because see here... Oh, that's right. Because in the comments, someone said, do the monitors multiply? Because he's got it mounted in the wall, like floating, if you see. Blow it up. Blow it up. He's only got the one LG. I mean, that's a pretty decent sized metal desk.
Yeah.
And then put the shelves next to it. But what's the... Oh, i7. What? An i7. Oh, this is a different computer too. See, it's got a Corsair AIO. Can you tell the difference?
Yep.
Okay. What was it? What was? Let's see what he carried over. i7 6850K with 32 gig of RAM. That's what I got. Two GTX 1080s and SLA. It doesn't say Ti, so the 1080s are still the cheaper variant, but still, that's a higher end. Whoosh. Is that for one monitor? Or is that all for one monitor? Crazy. Someone says 2 GTX 1080s. Don't think money is the issue. Well, anyway.
Click on the latest one on the list there.
Hold on here. Scroll up.
In the chat.
I got to scroll up. I got you in a different window, dog. Hold on. Uh-huh. It's a bunch of blue shit.
Blues.
I got the blues. Yeah, that's nice.
Do you think you should have started off with that one, or do you think it was nice to be able to see different colors? The first one, to see actually what we're dealing with, you know.
Someone says, there's no way in hell the bottom monitor placement is for anything other than looks. By far the worst place could have been placed. I won't judge. It looks neat. And someone said, he says, the bottom monitor is placed that way for timeline for video editings and chat boxes and other apps while I game. I love it this way. Fuck you, guy. I downvoted that asshole. Someone said not blue enough.
I'm blue, I'm blue.
Anyway, so yes, I say this one,
Blue man,
then this one, and then this one. Ben, do you really have a preference?
No.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then what's... I guess it's time for Frank's then.
Oh. Well, hold on, I gotta say, Zach Bush.
But it might be overkill for a system like this. What am I talking about? Overkill?
Nah. Yeah. Zach Buchels, he won with 74 upvotes. This one got 70 upvotes with the So, yeah, there's that. Go you. You did it.
So this guy won, you were saying?
No, the blue one.
So what do they get when they win?
They win a peanut.
They get a blue ribbon.
You got to pick it out of my poop though. Poop. Sorry, taking a drink. Okay, so my theme, I saw a setup today that was Fallout themed that made me go, oh my god! So I said, you know, I've seen a few in the past. So I went ahead and just did a quick search. And like you, I found 4 this week.
But like me, did you not include the 4th one?
Oh no, you're getting it, mother. You're taking the D.
Are we judging all 4 though, or is that one was just like a bonus?
We'll still do our top 3. The whatever one you decide to leave out is gonna be the ringer. I'm not gonna say one's the ringer because they each. Okay, my theme for this week, like I said, is Fallout, and they each cover it in a different.
Infinity Mirrors.
No.
Oh.
And just this one. Anyway, they each cover it in a different way. Okay, so I'm gonna present each one and discuss them. This one, I wanted that poster so bad, but that is a launch day poster that only stores had, and if you get it, I wouldn't pay for it. Let me say that. And he's got some kind of art here on the sides. Yeah, a little keyboard from Razer, wireless mouse, your infinity mirror, which infinity and beyond. Right?
Right.
So, and I think an IKEA chair. So that's all his fandom showed was like a poster, and I can't tell if this art is like from it or not, but you know, I felt like including it because it starts it off. It's like the very amateur, but it's bare minimum to meet the requirements of my search. Then this guy came out when Fallout 4 launched. Boom! He's one of those dudes who bought all the merch. All the merch that you could. He went out and got the pop vinyls, took them out of their boxes, but hung on to the boxes to display them. He
definitely didn't just like crop it off and focus on his monitors and stuff. He had to take the whole picture of his room.
Yeah, he's got the Nuka-Cola machine down there. That's a those what do they call them? Is it like Loot Crate or whatever that when they mail you a box of crap themed around a thing?
Yeah.
The box that time
was and stuff.
Yeah. The theme was Nuka-Cola, was Fallout. So you got like I think Nuka-Cola headphones and something else. His computer you can barely even see, but it's in there. He's got a plate. Go ahead.
Bethesda could probably like cash in with that stuff. Like they could probably have something for every month, having some kind of like Fallout box,
Oh yeah, there's its own thing, but this I mean they made plenty of merch. They're not hurting because see, like he's got a PlayStation controller, so I'm assuming that's what he uses for when he plays on this thing. He's got the ergonomic keyboard. Sorry. He's got the Fallout themed wallpapers. He's got the Pip-Boy app loaded on his Android tablet, which is when the game came out, you could buy the collector's edition with a Pip-Boy that you could sit your phone in, and there was an app which you can play use as the Pip-Boy, and it syncs with your computer. I don't have Bluetooth. I think it connects with your Wi-Fi because mine I did it just to test and it worked. I'm like, how the hell is this connected to my computer? Because it had all my stats right there. So I was impressed. This mini nuke up here is actually a collector's edition with like the older games in it up until I don't know if New Vegas is in there or not, but bobblehead. This came with the collector's edition of Fallout 3. I mean, all these little knickknacks that I know about is just a lot of this shit I saw on eBay, and I'm like, ooh, that costs too much. Ooh, yeah. So he's got a bunch of shit in there. This dude's ready. He's ready. Yeah. So then number 3 here, to the different way. Like I said, the first guy just has a little bit of stuff. The second guy has all the merch. Third guy went up. Ben will appreciate this. He done did his setup as though he's actually in the world of Fallout. It's an old vintage metal desk with a retro style chair, an old school metal desk fan. And these are newer studio monitors, but they look retro as hell. Got a little retro robot figurine on his desk. He's got an old school lamp. I mean,
he's got like a retro filter on that shit.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of got one. If he didn't have the keyboard, you'd be hard pressed to realize that this is a computer setup. Now, also, he actually got in trouble when he posted this because his computer wasn't in the shot, so he had to post a separate picture with the tower in there so the mods wouldn't delete it. But yeah, this is very good. It fits the aesthetic that man, he put in some work. I thought that was cool, and he's got a nice vibe going. So that's a different way to do it. It's not your traditional setup, so I like that. And then the fourth one was the most recent one, and blow it up a little bit here. Blow it up. These posters here and these 4 are not posters. They're actual metal prints of these are magazines you can collect in the game, and someone asked about them, and they said, "Oh, he's like when it first came out, this company popped up that made these metal prints, and then they found out how expensive they fucking were, and they folded quickly after. And just like the first guy, he's got that ergonomic keyboard, which is really fucking weird. I wouldn't play on that, but whatever. Well, he's got controllers. He's got the VR controllers and shit. But I was looking at this setup. I was like, oh, cool. He's got, little knickknacks and stuff, little, bottle, uh, he's got like a Nuka-Cola bottle looking thing, and then like shit knickknacks here and there. He's got, like I said, the Pit Boy there, the Nuka-Cola Quantums, and the bomb. And then I looked up on this shelf and I said, oh shit, that's a cool ass desk fan. This actually looks like the one in the game. I mean, I said that the second to last guy there, I said his looked cool. No, this one looks like it was plucked straight from the game. I thought it was a new one that was like made to look like it. I asked the guy, I said, where the fuck did you get that? Seriously. And he's like, oh man, my dad had it in his garage and I about shit myself. I'm like, oh, I understand. So, I mean, it's very cool. It's not the entirety of the setup. It's the computer part. Everything else is very minimal and black and kind of blends in together with everything. So, I was hard pressed to pick which. I told myself I'm only going to do 3, and then I'm like, well, each one does its own thing. So, if I had to give my top 3, which is what I said we would do, I would say this is my number 1. The guy with the aesthetic and hidden tower, he's probably my number 2. And this guy's my number 3, just because I want an inland tower myself, and I really want that fucking poster.
You don't like the guy with all the merch?
I mean, I've got a bunch of it already, so I'm not that jelly. I have these bobbleheads he's got. I've got the bigger ones he's got. The 7-inch. He's got the 5-inch there in the middle. I've got the 7-inch ones.
These aren't about what you're jelly of at the time. This is about the actual...
Well, I mean, his desk space is not big. He doesn't have these monitors on a mount. And he can't... If you put your feet under the desk, where are your legs going to go? You're either going to kick the Nuka-Cola box, which I couldn't do. I mean, it's... he doesn't list his PC specs, I don't think. So, yeah.
Well,
someone's like obsessed much?
Well, for me, I'm probably going to go with the in-win one first, and then the...
of course you are.
I like that one the best.
Infinity Mirror.
The your first one would be my second one, and then the merch guy, and then the retro one. That one will have to fall out of line for me.
For real? You prefer the guy with all the toys versus the guy who actually has a nice, clean, grown man looking setup?
Yep, fall out of line.
Benjamin, do you have any preferences?
No.
What would be your order, sir? Since you're still on here.
Open them up big so I can take a look, Frank, and I'll point them real quick.
Okay. Got this one. This one.
Hey, babes.
Hey.
This one. Whoop. And that guy.
Well, I like that one and the retro desk. And then, I don't know. The others just look kind of cluttered, Frank.
Well, see, that's the other thing. This one was more neat to me. versus the guy with all the cool shit is kind of, it's not spread out. It's like right there, and I feel like I'll knock it over. As a guy who has bobbleheads and the pop vinyls and shit, it's cool until you have to move your fucking desk, which I just said I don't want to fucking do. So the internet says the retro guy has 615 upvotes, but the guy with all the merch has 1,603, and the guy with the least amount of shit has 3,619. So apparently he wins.
Show Solange the retro desk because she's into retro stuff too.
Is it retro or vintage?
Both. He's got a computer, but he's got an old metal desk, and he has the tower hidden.
I think our mom has one of those.
Ooh, that's vintage.
Just not that clean.
With a what did he say? Is that a?
Well, those speakers are retro.
It's an original Charles Pollock design chair from the '60s.
Yeah, that chair is definitely vintage.
So,
there we go.
There's that little. What was it? Is that Rob the Robot back there?
That's Robbie Robot.
Yeah.
And the speaker is a retro speaker. That's a fan retro,
newer, but
not original.
They're newer, but they're made to look old. So I mean, the only thing.
Yeah, so it's retro.
If you had a way to make
it, got a yellow light on it.
If you found a way to make the monitor look older, like I don't know, maybe put a picture frame around it or something. I don't know.
But the chair is definitely vintage, and yeah, I like that setup. The desk is vintage. That's an old desk.
Yeah, it's actual fucking metal. That's badass.
Probably weighs 500 pounds.
Yeah, it's once it's in there, it's in there.
Yep.
I like how it's got those rolling out
That's what she said.
flat surfaces.
Yeah, for drawing on.
That's what you wish you said, Ian.
Ooh.
Boom, boom, boom. So anyway, so that's.
How you doing, babes?
I'm not talking about me.
I'm good. How are you?
Anybody.
Well, I've just been hanging out here, listening to these two talk about, computer specs.
Pat.
Listening to us talking about tech on a tech show, right?
Pat.
So let's go talk about something a lot more fun.
Okay, well, the internet says the guy with the least amount of crap has actually the highest upvote, so that's how it goes.
Yep, and we all know the internet is always right.
Yeah, man. They can't put it on the internet unless it's true. Bonjour.
TV is always right.
Oh man, what's Ian gonna do when TV and the internet fight?
But I watch the internet on a TV, Ian.
What if you watch the TV on the internet?
I do that too.
Wait, this is like, what's that movie called? Inception.
Mommy and Daddy are fighting. I don't like it.
Okay. Well, you guys have a good night.
You too.
Yeah, it's date night. Time for us to head on
What are you
out.
gonna do tonight?
Probably watch some YouTube. Maybe some Netflix.
Maybe
Watch
play
on
Raft.
YouTube. It's movie night. You gotta watch movies.
Yeah.
Well, it's not officially
something.
movie night. We used to have documentary night, but it's like, we already have enough nights where we stay up late.
Yeah.
So.
I thought
I wanna get back
Fridays
in-
were usually movie night.
Yeah, they used to be, but we kind of got out of that habit. But we should get back into it.
Yeah. So much stuff to do, so little time to do it in, But yeah,
Well-
good luck with your monitor situation there, Ian. I hope you
Thank you.
you guys have a good weekend. Try not to die from the heat. I think it's probably going to be rainy.
My kitchen at work today was about 38 degrees, so that's about, what does that translate to?
You're talking Celsius, right?
Yes.
So
It's like
it translates
100
to
plus, right?
hot and
About,
cold.
38 is right around 100. And there's spots that was
I
definitely...
saw people on Twitter. One was in Glendale, which was 109. Another person was in, was it Valencia? It was like 119. Like, that's all right.
No,
Why?
our air conditioning wasn't working in the kitchen today, so it was really, really hot. My eyelids were sweating this morning when I was standing in front of the grill making pancakes.
Where I used to work, we only had we didn't have AC, so they just would buy us Gatorade and ice cream sandwiches. and that's only because OSHA got called on us.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, the housing manager was on the phone all day with whoever to get the AC fixed. So that's like, okay, that works. So they don't let us stay. Like they're pretty good about fixing our AC if when it goes.
My mom was out today in the sun painting the fence because
Yeah.
she's painting it in Rust-Oleum stuff and then painting it in, chain link fence color. And she was out, and when she came in tonight, she had me put some aloe vera on her sunburn because she didn't have sunscreen on. So,
What was she
her,
thinking?
yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, your arms, back of her neck, her back.
Well, my old
She was wearing,
roommate was
a
like,
wife
I
beater.
don't need no sunblock. I'm from Texas. Shit, I might put some baby oil on me. And she went outside, and I came home, and her ass had been to the hospital. She had sun poisoning and had a blister on her back as big as my fist. And she's like, I'm like, what the fuck were you thinking?
Yeah, she looks like a lobster right now. I feel bad for her, but on the other hand, it's like you know better than that.
Yeah. Yeah, like I in the kitchen today, like we stayed very hydrated, and so it was okay. We managed the heat okay, but yeah, it still was not fun.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
Anyways, well, have fun with that.
Oh, yeah.
all right, you gentlemen have fun talking about the latest and greatest, and
Oh, we will.
we'll see you on the other side.
Noodles.
Okay, man.
See you guys.
Bye.
See you.
How do I hit? Oh, there.
Well, if you weren't gonna hit it, I was.
Uh,
You couldn't find a button, I'll find it for you. But no, all I know with Celsius is I know that that's a decent temperature for the processor. So I know,
Gotcha.
like I know 38 is pretty good, but like usually you don't want to be above like 70 or 80, when it's like really under load.
You said load.
You don't you pay attention to the temps and stuff? I thought you had those widgets on your desktop.
Yeah, nah.
You still use that rain meter, right?
Yeah, I actually booted it up tonight because I was gonna play. I told you I was playing Fallout before the show, and I put a clock up on one of my monitors. But the thing was, I wasn't looking at it, so it didn't do me no fucking good.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah. So you said you were playing Fallout 4, right?
yes,
Yeah, that the 76 didn't come out yet, huh?
it officially launches on November 14th,
Oh,
but
you
the
got
beta
all
comes
year.
out. The beta comes out sometime before that.
Oh, okay. Of course you're gonna do the beta, right? 'Cause
Yeah, I
there's-
pre-ordered, and they give you a beta code, so I'm all set. When I just wait for the email telling me that I got a chance to play the beta. So.
What are the limitations of like the beta? Is it just like
We don't
couple
know.
levels or?
We don't know. They just said there'll be a beta. You sign up for it. Okay, we'll let you know when we got anything else. That's it. No one knows any fucking thing. Everyone's speculating their ass off on the Fallout message boards. Everyone's like, well, I hope
Right.
they don't do this, or hey, they should do this. Guys, the fucking thing hasn't even launched yet. Will it be available on Steam? It's not out yet. You can fucking pre-order it, but I don't think it'll be available on Steam. Why? Just cause. Everything else they had has been available on Steam. Yeah, but they shouldn't. Cause fuck them. Fuck you, assholes. Anyway.
I know beta is more complete than like an alpha, isn't it?
I mean, it launches in November. They just want to get. They're working on the bugs for their server. Basically, the game itself is pretty much okay. Like it's probably ready to go. They just want to tweak how the server works and see if anyone finds any Easter eggs and bugs.
Now, is that like a new full-fledged game, or is it just like the multiplayer thing they're doing?
It's a new game and set in its own setting. But it's the same. It's it's a new version of the old engine. Like it was originally going to be a multiplayer version of Fallout 4, but they said, you know what? Let's just make a new one. So it's a different state. The last one took place in Massachusetts, Boston. This one takes place in West Virginia. And yes, and it's like I said, it's the same engine, but there's actually an entire half-hour documentary about it on YouTube where they had exclusive access to go to Bethesda and discuss things with the team because Bethesda they acquired a game studio that already did MMOs, and they said, "Okay, you guys do multiplayer. Here's our code for Fallout 4. Make it work." Because the same code, the engine has been used since like the older Elder Scrolls games, like before Skyrim. I think Morrowind, they said. So basically, everything in the script they said refers to the character, the player. The player is doing this. The player does this. The world was so oriented around the player that they referred to him as Atlas because the world was on his shoulders. And they had to tweak it and change it to make it support multiplayer. So it's the same engine. If your computer will run the old version, it should play this one. It's just they want to try the beta out and see where the hell they're at. So I'm excited. But is it time to get in the news, Ian?
Yeah. I tried turning on my lava lamp, but can't find a plug for it. No, I had it unplugged. I got to plug it into the power strip that's behind there, and I.
Oh, that helps.
Plug. Yeah, it would. I'm surprised. I wonder if they've made any like wireless lava lamps just like with batteries in them. Haven't seen that yet.
Probably not. It probably takes a lot of juice to warm up lava.
Well, I don't know. Doesn't it just get it that hot just from the bulb or something? Because I don't see any. You don't see any heating elements in there or anything.
Well, yeah, but the fucking bulb might get. Is the bulb exposed to where you can get your greasy mitts on it? No.
Yeah, you could. You have to. Yeah, you can change the bulb in there. I mean, it's like. This is what's the sound of the lava lamp here. It's a little clear bulb. So, and I do feel the bulb is like really hot when you take the
cycle of rising and falling wax. Oh, it's wax. It's not actual lava. Continues so long as the bottom of the container remains warm and the top of the container remains cool. Operating temperatures of lava lamps vary, but are normally around 60 degrees Celsius or 140 degrees Fahrenheit. So, next question. And you reach 60 degrees Celsius with a battery.
Well, if it's like one of those old-fashioned bulbs, those get like really hot. So I mean,
I don't know. Anyway, on to the news.
No, I'm gonna be like Solange. Like, let's talk about
snails.
My cats, snails. Thank you.
With me and Ian. So, oh boy.
And we could bring Solange back too if you want.
No, that's okay. So
snails.
Is this the extension that I was using, Ian?
This is the extension both of us are using, yes.
Oh, great. So I should delete it?
Well, I'm kind of surprised you didn't have a an article about this too. This was like I've seen this in multiple sources.
I
That's
heard
why I
nothing
have
about it.
multiple links for it.
Did you delete it?
Um, Not yet, just because I've been so lazy. I've been meaning to. If you click on the second link, you'll see the way you can use alternatively for this. It's called
Oh, good,
Stylus.
because I'm too lazy to go. You just did it this season. No, not gonna do that. I'm fucking lazy.
So basically, what happened is Stylish, which is an extension for Firefox and Chrome, and maybe even other browsers. I'm not too sure, but basically just lets you like reskin various websites and stuff, so it doesn't look like my face looks right now. You know.
Well, okay. Here's my Google.
Okay. There's your
And-
Google. That looks good. It's
Well,
there's no.
Well, my
light on
Google's
the
my
face.
Google's my default thing is black. I forgot because Stylish is off.
Right.
But okay, let me say where the hell is Amazon? No. YouTube, I have a dark theme. Shit.
Well, you can go to YouTube and turn it on or off with the thing.
Well, yeah, but
Oh yeah, Frank's like, no, I gotta find a harder way.
right. Well, no, because it doesn't work at the same time. You've got to turn the dark theme off, which isn't working right now. Why is it not working? Okay. Anyway, there it is. Off. I don't know. If I turn Stylish on.
Hopefully you gotta reload that shit too.
I don't know. Maybe they've turned it off so it's not working. I don't know.
Well,
I'm gonna manage all styles. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and uninstall this while you tell the viewers stuff.
well, let me see. I can. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it off on my Firefox while we're at it. You know. Add-ons. Okay, so here you can see that on my face, and then now it's like whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, if you want to make it darker, or there's certain little things you can do, like I think it was like YouTube. You could make the scroll like and when the video plays, you could make it a like a Nyan cat or whatever the hell they call it, or little individual tweaks.
Yeah, most people use it like for me and Frank to make it dark, or like if you want to do the opposite even. I mean, they have plenty of themes to change it any kind of colors to make your eyes bleed, you know.
Right.
But so basically this is pretty surprising because this is the kind of extension that you wouldn't expect there to be any kind of issues like this with, but apparently the developers of, or you know, the curators or whatever you want to call them, I guess they changed hands, so basically it's somebody new is in charge of it, and they totally changed everything, and basically it's tracking all your every website that you visit, and it's stored, and I'm not sure what they do with that information, but it's pretty sketchy, and basically they're they're like being blacklisted from Firefox and I think Chrome. I mean, it's still enabled on my Chrome now, but Firefox is constantly trying to get me to disable it, and I've kept it on there just because it wasn't until today that I found that Stylus article, so I'm gonna have to check it out and then have to redo all the settings on it then. Probably. What do you think about that, sir?
That's fucking nuts.
Some bullshit. I mean,
And
was that something that you expected to come from that kind of extension? I mean, I
No,
know
because like everybody and their brother had it, and it seemed like it was a reputable source because it seemed like it was crowd, source. Like you could upload your own shit if you were handy with code. So you figured people seeing the code would notice it faster than they did.
Yeah. Well, apparently this is starting to happen with. I'm not sure if the article mentions it or not, but I guess apparently it's been going on with a couple different developers of extension where a lot of these people are being bought out and stuff. You know. So,
Okay,
yeah,
so
I want money.
I want to steal your money.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I closed it out. Where's that article? I thought I had your. You said the last one was the one with alternatives. So
Well,
let me.
Stylus is that's the only alternative that I know so far, but there was an actual article on it, so it's a fork of it's kind of like how they do forks with some of the Cody.
Yeah, how
extensions
Plex was,
and
you know,
Cody and everything.
Cody, yeah.
Yeah.
And export style scripts.
There might be some extra things even in there. I'm not sure. But it might look like this is where everybody might be going to, and then that'll get too big for its britches, and they'll want money.
Right.
So,
yeah. Hey, it'll always be free. Actually, we're just kidding. We can't do this for free. Are you fucking crazy? I don't know what we were thinking. Free updates forever. Actually, no. Like my Google phone that said, "Oh yeah, you get free unlimited uploads for Google Photos." Okay, actually no, just for the first year. That's going away.
Well, the problem here is that these are extensions, so you really can't find like an executable or a standalone thing to go back to. So, or like be able to, find some kind of redistributable for it. So,
right.
What I was gonna say though is if you are on an older version and you had a way where you block the updates for it, and it's still pretty stable, I would say stick with that. But
yeah,
pretty much everybody has been forced to probably update all their extensions, you know?
Yeah, that's the other thing. Technology, the way it moves, you can run an old version for a little while, but not that long.
Yeah. Well, like I know I used to always look for updates for it because a lot of the websites weren't skinned anymore, and it's like the websites would always be updating their code, so it's like it wasn't
you got
changing anything,
Well, you can't even it's just how you can't surf the web on an old computer. You can't search on an old browser. You can open Netscape and Opera if you want. Good fucking luck though.
Yeah, do you like to watch any of those videos where people go back and use like Windows 98 or 95 or like what can you do with those today,
Right. I mean,
I think some of them, surprisingly, you were able to do email and like you were able to watch some kind of YouTube or something, but a lot of the websites were very limited.
Manage. Let me see now. Where do you get the styles from, though?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't even mess with any of that stuff yet.
Oh.
You should just be able to search it in the store.
Let me see here. In the article, the very first thing is the word Google Chrome. If you go to that takes you to the Chrome store. If you need to go.
Yeah.
Stylus. And just do a search for Stylus and see if it brings up anything. I don't know. The last one had its own website for downloading stuff. Yeah, Stylus beta. Good, damn it. Okay. Anyway,
like we can't have any nice things, can we?
Right.
Yeah.
Like I had an extension to, if I just hover over something, it would make it bigger for me. Oh, that's great. Oh, hey, that's infected with malware. Fuck. Well, I've got another one that does the same thing. Oh, okay. Well. Okay. So apparently that's stylish. I don't want stylish. I want stylus. Themes and skin for stylus. but they're from the Stylish. I don't want. Okay, I'll have to.
Well, I'm not sure how that stuff is gonna work. If you only have the stylus installed, maybe it'll just go to the stylus. I'm not sure.
I don't know, dog.
I would think if it's a fork, I would think that it would be the same. What you might have to do is, like keep the stylish installed and then do, like have all your skins, because you can like make a backup of that. There's like an SQR LIT file or something like that you can back up with it and then like import into the stylus. I'm not sure. It needs some tinkering, Frank.
Right.
And hopefully I'll tinker with it a lot myself too, and I'll have to give you guys an update.
Well, I'm looking at the if you go to the web store for Stylus, there's a link to a website, but I don't know. This is all new to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. The whole reason I got it is because I didn't want to dick around with any code, and now I gotta read damn code. So.
Let me see if there's a... If you go into the options, there should be like some kind of backup thing, or you could go into like your... Because they usually saves in some kind of user preference folder. At this Google search location of stylish user preferences or whatever. It's usually in like users data, application data, or some kind of long bullshit path.
Well, I like that when I went to the Chrome page, it says by default it can't use it. Oh, no styles installed for the site. Find styles. Okay, hold on now. Oh, hey, it's the same. Okay, it does the same thing. It pulls up a. I was trying to do it on a page that it didn't actually. It's a by default we can't do it on this page because it's the Chrome and blah, blah, okay, but it pulls up the same thing. It gives you a little preview of what it'll look like.
Oh, okay.
That's cool, dog.
Okay.
I'll dick with that off air.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it'll work out, you know.
Oh shit! I closed the wrong damn window. God damn it! I don't want you guys to see my
you got
face.
Too many screens, Frank.
Well, no, I just closed the browser because I forgot that I was, stuff. Application. What?
Too many screens. What does that mean?
Right. You're not speaking English. I understand each of those words separately. Did you ever see that meme?
Yeah.
For our listeners, I'll pull it up here in a second. And of course, it fucking brings up the website, even though I just wanted to pull up the one image. It's from Kimmy Schmidt, apparently. Did you ever watch that show?
No.
Me neither. I thought she was funny, but not enough to watch a show.
You like Amy Schumer?
Oh yeah, she's nice and raunchy.
Yeah.
I like it when people go, she's a bit much. And I go, that's what I'm hoping for. I don't want some, wussy.
Yeah, some mainstream wuss, you know. Who are your favorite female comedians though? Like her and other people, or?
Okay, female comedians?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously Janine Garofalo.
Right.
God damn I just clicked on it and it brought me right back to the same page. Anyway, yeah, Janine Garlova has been a favorite of mine since the 90s. Female comedians. She's in there. Lampanella is probably in there because she's so damn crazy.
The queen of mean, the con of comedy.
Whoa.
So, well, that's what she says. That's like her title or whatever.
Whoa. It's cool that you can reverse image search Google. If you find a picture and you just right click it.
Hmm.
Anyway.
Right. I'm trying to think of some other female comedians that I read.
Well, hold on. Let me pull up a list. Female comedians.
Because there are those do go together, female and comedy.
Yeah, Sarah Silverman. She could be funny. Tina Fey is pretty good too. Joan Rivers, I loved her. She had class, sophistication, and she wasn't afraid to go there. Wanda Sykes, yeah. Ooh, 50 most popular. Here we go. No. Oh, okay.
Winnie Cummings, a comedian too.
Natasha Leggero, she's pretty good. I used to like Chelsea Handler, but the more I watched her show, the more I went to dislike her. She got on my nerves. And a lot of the people that are listed as comedians, you could be a comedian and still do like voiceover work or acting. But if you're more known for your, like, they put Alex Borstein or however you pronounce her name in there, who is the wife on Family Guy, Lois Griffin. And I mean,
you're saying like the two compete with each other, kind of, huh?
I don't know her as anything else. So
what about like David Spade?
I mean, he's
Is he an actor or a comedian?
he's an actor who happens to be a comedian because he's done more movies than he's done stand up.
Oh, okay.
I feel, to me anyway,
just like Adam Sandler and all those other comedians.
Yeah, I mean, in the 90s, a lot more people did stand up. If you do it and continue doing it now, continue to do it now, then I'll call you a comedian.
What about Chris Rock? Because he's definitely both.
Yeah, but he's done. He's more known for his comedy. He started out as a comedian.
Yeah.
See, you're not some daddy's boy who tries to dolphin me and then blimps. I understand all those words separately. Anyway, so this first article you have here.
Yeah, I don't know all the details about this, but you're gonna have to go through it. It's pretty short though.
Okay. I don't see a tech dirt on here, so that helps. Okay.
Yeah.
USPS ordered to pay $3.5 million after putting artist weird sexier Lady Liberty on stamps. What? The U.S. Postal Service will have to pay a sculptor who recreated the Statue of Liberty on a New York theme.
I want to know what y'all niggas doing with my fucking money. What is y'all niggas doing with my fucking money? Uncle Sam, I want to know what the fuck you doing with my motherfucking money.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry that's so long.
Okay.
But New York themed Las Vegas hotel over $3.5 million after it used his version instead of its much more famous predecessor on Lady Liberty themed stamps. Come on, I'm on the wrong window trying to scroll. Here we go. The USPS put a Getty Images photo of artist Robert S. Davidson's Las Vegas version of the sculpture on roughly 3.5 billion stamps. Wow. Before the incongruity was noted noticed in 2011. In his original civil complaint, art market platform Artsy wrote last year, Davidson wrote the USPS never asked permission, and that his version is materially different than the one from 1875 and thus protected under copyright, specifically that it is more fresh-faced, sultry, and even sexier than the original located in New York. Davidson very weirdly added that he took the inspiration for his sex bomb Lady Liberty from certain facial features of his close female relatives. Whoa.
Shit.
Per Fast Company, a federal judge recently ruled that Davidson is entitled to a sum of just short of a bunch of zeros and shit in royalties plus interest over the copyright infringement. Where's the guy's name? Robert Davidson.
What's that interest mean though? Like they were
Well, it was
taking their time on paying it.
it was discovered in 2011.
And
this article's from Monday. So
dude, that's gonna be a lot of interest.
Yeah, well, because they put the stamps out in 2011 and then they realized it. So I assume I'm hoping that they stopped the production.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm open this in a separate window just in case there's anything inappropriate.
Now, so this is like for the stamps that they sell, like if you need to get some stamps.
Yeah, that's what they do, Ian. They sell stamps. You can buy a stamp and put it on an envelope and send it.
I haven't needed to. I forget because I haven't needed to use like stamps like for years. So.
Yeah, you know why? Because fuck the post office. So.
What do you think about that site though, like stamps.com or whatever, where you print them out?
I mean, I don't support the post office at all. Fuck them. So.
Yeah.
Fuck those people. They're all assholes. So here's a side by side of the OG Lady Liberty on the left and his version's on the right, and you can clearly see that it is different.
Yeah.
The forehead is more broad on the original one. Same with the chin.
5 head.
The eyes are shaped differently. I mean, it basically all it is there's a face, and it looks like they tilted the camera down and caught his face, and they didn't realize that when they did their search, it was the wrong fucking face. So, yeah, they done fucked up. So it's always good to see, copyright went out when it's actually a total infringement on an artist's, work.
Yeah.
And not some old bullshit. But speaking of copyright,
it's like a big company.
Controversial copyright law rejected by EU Parliament. Oh boy. A controversial overhaul of the EU's copyright law that sparked a fierce debate between internet giants and content creators has been rejected. The proposed rules would have put more responsibility on websites to check for copyright infringements and force platforms to pay for linking to news. Oh, that's stupid. A slew of high-profile music stars had backed the change, arguing that websites had exploited their content. Of course they did. Oh, you use my face, that costs you money. You gotta pay me money. No. You're as a news organization, you're allowed to use the content and say, I'm reporting on this, and play it.
Yeah. And they're trying to go after people just for even linking to shit,
Yeah, people want the motherfucking money. Uncle Sam, what you gonna...
I want to know what y'all niggas doing with my fucking money. What is y'all niggas doing with my fucking money?
Yep.
Sorry, I thought I had more time to drink there.
Oh, no, I was trying to short it.
But opponents said the rules would stifle internet freedom and creativity. The move was intended to bring the EU's copyright laws in line with the digital age, but led to protests from websites and much debate before it was rejected by a margin of 318 to 278 in European Parliament on Thursday. What were they voting for? The proposed legislation, known as the Copyright Directive, was an attempt by the EU to modernize its copyright laws, but it contained two highly contested parts. The first of these, Article 11, was intended to protect newspapers and other outlets from internet giants like Google and Facebook using their material without payment, but was branded a link tax by opponents who feared it could lead to problems with sentence fragments being used to link to other news outlets like this. Hold on, now I gotta... Oh, it takes me to BBC. Dangerous copyright bill vote approved. Oh, okay. So yeah. Hey.
Well, I mean, it's good because recently enough, probably, I don't know for the first time in history, but, you know, it's like, now recently it seems like there are more people having, like, individual people having better, you know, like, more freedoms, like, with, you know, like, this copyright stuff and, previously with the, I'm sure you remember that stuff with the privacy policy and stuff. Like every website now, you have in your email list mails you, hey, we're changing our privacy policy.
Right, and every page will say we've updated privacy or we have cookies. That's because the EU said we're going to charge you, and you're actually going to notice. Like, you ever see those pictures of Zuckerberg on the stand sweating profusely, like, oh, they're going to take my actual money. I was going to buy a fucking island and give it to my daughter and then wipe my ass with the change.
Yeah.
And then they're going to take his motherfucking money.
Yeah, they did it. It's like the FCC was, I remember when Howard Stern was like, he was getting fined and everything. He's like, oh, this isn't too bad. And they started fining him like millions of dollars and stuff. And he's like, okay, it's getting worse.
Insane esports and gaming hotel opens in Taiwan. Fucking video. I hit pause. Jesus Christ. I didn't even scroll any fucking where. You piece of shit. I need to just put ad blocker on. Is there an ad blocker that you can turn off with just a fucking switch?
I'm sure that there is, but
I tried installing one. I tried installing one, but you got to go in and turn all this shit off, and I don't want to mess with that. Anyway, the iHotel is a all-new gaming-centric hotel in Taiwan, and the Linus Tech Tips YouTube channel took a full tour. Oh boy, let's see how quickly this will get us in trouble. Okay, the land machines are top of the line with GTX 1080 Ti graphics cards, i7 processors, and 165 Hz G-Sync monitors, and were designed for esports teams to hold practice 24 hours a day. Anyone staying in the hotel can use the lobby, but the actual guest rooms have quite the setup as well. The rooms have two GTX 1060 i5 gaming rigs with 32-inch monitors, DX racing chairs, dedicated Wi-Fi, and 10 terabytes of storage that wipes itself after checkout to protect your Steam info.
Yeah, and the main TV in the house too is hooked up too, so like you could change the input on it also to the whatever is on the computer. So if you want to watch something on there.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't we have something like that?
Because everyone say, well, why don't we just get an Xbox? This is good enough. We don't even have fast internet speeds here, son. Once everyone has 10 gigabit at home, and then they can play, with what the Ubisoft guy was saying is going to come, which is gaming on a server. Then yeah, that's coming. We know it is. They don't want to keep selling the hardware. They want to rent out a service, dude. That's where the money is. The money's not in the cure. The money's in the medicine.
On everything for them,
Yeah, you have to have updates already. So, NVIDIA GeForce 11 series up to GTX 1180 naming convention revealed by Lenovo.
Oh yeah, by the way, you were mentioning updates. Before we get into that, I was going to ask you, are you on the latest version of Windows, were you able to get the 1803 to work okay?
Oh, I don't
Because
know that shit.
I was trying to install it the other day to do the updates, and I had to it was installing, and then it blue screen on me a bunch of times, and I had to find a way of reverting back to it. So I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh, let me see.
I might just stay on the 17.
I don't even know where the hell. Where do you get the thing that tells you the info about your computer? Let's see. This PC
You go to
properties. Hold
settings
on.
and then
Okay.
go to
Windows 10. Um, Advanced system settings. Hardware. Advanced. Hmm.
you go to settings, then updating security, and then there's a button that says OS build info.
Oh. Hold on. Settings. Shut up about my phone being plugged in. Update and
Here's mine on my
security.
screen.
Oh, there's a new driver for my AMD.
It says system info, check storage, and then OS build info.
Hold on. Update and security. And then where? OS build info.
Yeah,
hold on.
OS build info.
OS 17 134.112.
Mine says version 1709, so that's the one before the April one. So
My last update was installed April 24th.
what's the number next to version under where it says Edition Windows 10?
Yeah. Edition Windows 10 Pro, yeah.
And then version is that the same one as this one here on my screen?
No, I have 1803.
Oh, okay. Well then I'm not sure what I'm gonna do then. 'Cause I've seen a lot of people have compatibility problems or something with it. I'm gonna have to see if I could get a straight up. I'll have to see if I can just make an 1803, like ISO or whatever from the media creation tool. Because if I can't install it, then I'm gonna have to do a clean install then.
Yeah. I have. I was gonna say, what what gigahertz you running at?
That says this is a 3.6 for the Ryzen.
Oh, you're on Ryzen. I forgot.
Yeah.
I'm on my FX. I'm doing 4.0.
Yeah, that's the same as mine. Neither of these I even was brave enough to try to overclock.
Right. You overheated on just sitting there at normal clock speeds.
Yeah. No, it
So what do
goes
you
from
mean?
4 to 4.2 is the
I did
8350.
I did that shit where it's like the one click overclock, but like it was kind of buggy and would freeze up. So I said, "Fuck it." That was like 4.2 instead of 4, I think.
Well, when I put some money aside for one of those, I'm gonna get I think the Kraken AIO for
Oh
my
yeah.
Ryzen build. I'm gonna get that, and then I'm gonna get for both of my computers. I'm gonna get that IC graphite, the thermal pad for it instead of using the thermal paste.
I see dead people. Okay. It looks like Lenovo has spilled the beans on NVIDIA GeForce 11 series graphic cards. Yeah, this is
Yep.
from.
Did you have this too?
Well, this is from the 28th. So they leaked out a little bit more. Did I have an article on it? Because I keep seeing them in my feed. Let me look real quick. I think I did.
Well, either way, it's still leaked info because it's not supposed to be until like Q3 or whatever, right?
Well, see, the rumor is that they're going to launch one at some event, and they've invited the press.
I get to be part of the press.
1180. Yeah, they got the everything we know. And by the way, we don't know shit. Oh, I got to drag this over to the. I don't know why it fucking. I give myself plenty of room, and when I get to the other window, it wants to go. Oh no, you can't get to that window. No, I want to snap in the corner.
I wonder if they'll ever, like, anyone will ever be able to jerry rig something where, like, it tracks your eyes. So, like, if you're looking to a different screen, it'll make that.
I mean, yeah, they have a YouTube plugin that shuts off video when you're not looking at it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was one of my articles. A YouTube video will pause when it realizes your eyes aren't looking at it.
Oh, yeah, I remember we talked about
NVIDIA, we know about the GTX 1180, NVIDIA's next graphics card. Everything we know. This has been Photoshop, in case you couldn't tell. It's been a while since NVIDIA introduced its last new graphics architecture for gaming GPUs, more than 2 years to be precise. This last architecture was Pascal, and it has powered everything from the top-tier GTX 1080 and 1080 Ti to the entry-level 1050 and 1030. Sorry, I got to swallow some spit. The next generation of NVIDIA graphics cards is finally approaching using the Turing architecture. Here's what we know about the GTX 1080, what we expect in terms of price specs and release date, and the winding path we travel between Pascal and Turing. The list of things that we know, in italics, that we're absolutely certain are correct and will not change can basically be summarized into a single word. Nothing. But we do have a lot of data to go on, and we can give a very good idea of what you'll get. If you want a point of reference, look at the 1080 Ti launch as an example, where no one guessed it would have 11 gigabyte of VRAM on a 352-bit bus. We were close in all other areas, but NVIDIA threw a cheeky little tweak to the specs into the mix. So they could do the same this time as well. So I can't remember where the article was I had last week, but Doug's like, yeah, this is all fucking rumors. Who gives a shit? Yeah, that's because that's not worth discussing. Possible leaks and rumors. Better than this thing from 10 years ago that no one's fucking buying. I got it for $20. Can you believe it? It doesn't work, and I gotta take it apart.
Yeah. How much RAM was it supposed to be? 16 gigs or?
Well, hold on. I gotta clean up my glasses. I had some schmutz on there.
Right. I think it was like 12 or 16 or some pretty high number,
Hold on. Because I'm trying to find where they skip backwards. Expectations. Here we go. Volta. Who cares about Volta? Pascal, Tour, CUDA Core. Don't care. Excuse me. Clock speeds. I don't know. It's safe.
Whenever there's a spec article, how come they just never give an actual spec sheet?
Well, I mean, they got these fucking graphs and shit, which are hard as hell to read. About the GDDR6, how much VRAM will GTX 11A have, and how fast will it clock? Safe bet is 8 GB through 12, and 16 are also possible. So, GDR6 is officially set to run at 14 to 16, but Micron will also talk about 18. Yeah. The whole thing is just fucking speculation right now. We don't know.
Well, I was watching the Tech It Tomorrow guy, Ulrich. He did a video on it. He mentioned something about it. He did say that it's supposed to be like, I think it was him or was it Linus? I forget.
He did a video when I googled 1180. He was one of the ones that came up.
Yeah, well, he was saying it's supposed to have like 13 teraflops or whatever, but wasn't like the Vega already like 12 or something?
Yeah, I think they're trying to. Well, remember when they came out with, they're like, oh, we'll make it 33% faster. So I think they want to be, it'd be like, oh, it just ekes out over top of it. Because no one gives a flying fuck about Volta. They ran benchmarks. They go,
can't use it anyways.
Yeah, it's not meant for it. It costs too fucking much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is all speculation, and sometimes the shit's right. Just like we thought, there were people leaking for Fallout 76. They leaked, the title, the setting, everything, and people are like, we don't know, and then when it came out, oh, they were right. But when the iPad, I remember when the iPad came out, oh, they're going to come out with something that's going to be called the iPad, and they knew it exactly. You know what? I think Apple just said, they want us to build what? All right, get in there and make a couple of them.
Yeah. Well, the thing that did kind of impress me was the clock, the resulting clock speed, which I think was like 15 or 16 gigahertz or something like that. So I mean, that's pretty good. But what is it like? Usually best to go by whatever floppies it's measured in.
I don't know.
You need to get that as a soundbite.
Flops. You know the technical term for Viagra is my cock's a flopping. It's not. It's called a joke, ladies and gentlemen.
So what are we doing right now?
Our cocks are flopping. Okay, let me find it where I scrolled too far. Okay, hold on. Just wait. Your call is very important to us. Please stay on the line. Net neutrality makes comeback in California. Lawmakers agree to strict rules.
What,
after compromise, nation's toughest net neutrality bill back on track. A California net neutrality bill could impose the toughest rules in the country is being resurrected. The bill was approved in its strongest form by the California Senate, but it was then gutted by the State Assembly's Communications Committee, which approved the bill only after eliminating provisions opposed by AT&T and cable lobbyists. Bill author Senator Scott Wiener has been negotiating with Communications Committee Chairman Miguel Santiago.
Is that definitely Wiener? Because some people would be like, you could call him Weiner. No, it's fucking Wiener, dude.
John Boehner from Ohio. Everyone called him Boner because the way it was spelled.
Yeah.
And other lawmakers since then, and he announced the results today. And I'm going to call him Wiener because it's my show. Said the agreement with Santiago and other lawmakers resulted in legislation implementing the strongest net neutrality protections in the nation. Oh, sorry, I talked over the drop. Which one was that?
Boner.
Oh, yeah. Abandon ISPs charging websites and online services for data cap exemptions is also being preserved in the compromise. Ooh. So this is just California, though. But I mean, basically, we're excited because this is a president's case, right?
Right.
Once they do it, they go, well, they're doing it in California. Let's do it here, boys and girls.
Yeah, California is like a place to be. Everything's going on there, Silicon Valley.
It's the proving ground. I mean, all the technology is there. It'll trickle down to the other states eventually.
Yeah. A lot more forward thinking there, right?
Right. You got anything else to say about this article? I mean, ISPs will likely sue. Durr.
We did what we did.
Yeah. This is just the start. We knew when the shit was rolled back. It's just a matter of time. Okay. Tech support scammers revive bug that sends Chrome users into a panic. Oh boy.
Sorry, here's more Debbie Downer for you.
Con artists pushing tech support scams are once again exploiting a Chrome bug that can give users the false impression they're experiencing a serious operating system error that requires the urgent help of a paid professional, according to a Google developer forum. A Mozilla developer forum indicates a similar bug may also be present in Firefox. Great. Fucking assholes.
You.
As long as there's computers, there's gonna be assholes. It's like Rule 34.
Computers.
If it exists, there's a porn version of it. Should be another rule. It's like, if it exists, somebody will find a way to try and make money from it.
Yep. Want money? Want your own money?
Oh, what the... Your last article, I actually have two stories of because I was wanting to get Doug's opinion on it.
Yeah, this was just like one that I don't even think we needed to talk about a whole lot. It was just kind of funny, you know?
Well, I mean, I could understand if it was like a random YouTube user, like even say Linus or somebody uploaded a whole thing they didn't fucking mean. But no, Sony Pictures tried to upload a movie trailer to YouTube, posted the entire movie instead. How the actual fuck does that even happen?
Well, that dude's fired now.
I mean...
Because, yeah, like, how do you confuse, like, wouldn't it... I mean, unless they got, like, really fast... They probably would have really fast internet because it's, like, YouTube, but, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, to the upload... Okay, boss, I uploaded that trailer. It says it'll take an hour. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, it's probably the case where either way it was probably the same time,
Yeah, it was a straight to video deal, so I'm assuming they were gonna put it up so you could rent it or whatever. And some dumbass probably saw the wrong file and said, "Okay, let me upload it." Oh, whoops, that's my salary.
Yeah. Well, and how long did it say? It was like for an hour or something?
Yeah, it stayed up for hours. They took it down. It was long enough. One of the websites took a screenshot of it.
Yeah, well, other people probably ripped it on their channels and stuff now, probably. People definitely got it now.
Right. I mean, it was a straight to video deal, so it wasn't like it was,
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole movie instead of the trailer.
What was the movie again? It was some kind of killer thing.
DVD movie. Apparently, where is it? Hold on.
Like
Kale the Killer. Official Red Band trailer. And if you look, the Red Band trailer is 1 hour and 29 minutes.
Yeah.
Sounds about as cliche as the schlock you'll typically find in the depths of Netflix or your local video store's $1 rental racks. Remember those? But hey, at least Sony only has itself to blame this time, right? Oh, what's the link? Hold on. Oh, Sony Pictures hacked. That's right. Remember they got hacked?
Yeah.
No, they fucked up. Yeah, they fucked up.
Well, maybe it wasn't fired because it doesn't sound like this is that important of a movie.
No. So, you dum-dum.
You dum-dum. I'll give you a warning.
Right. Was that your last story for the night, sir?
Yeah, you said it was my last story.
I was just making sure.
Yep.
Would you like to hear some of mine?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Good night, everybody.
I'm just joking.
This sucks. Next. Okay, in local news, the time is now 11:50 p.m. And nearly 200. Oh, type this up real quick. Hold on.
You're gonna get one of those.
All right. Nearly 260,000 Spectrum customers in Northeast Ohio were affected by widespread cable service outages. So yeah, big
That's
red.
a lot of red there.
Yeah,
That
it
giant
looks
red
like
blob.
right. It looks like when you're playing a video game and you get shot and you got a little red splatter.
At first, I thought we were looking at some kind of storm.
Yeah.
Clouds
Up there, you see the storm clouds approaching.
So when was this? When did this take place?
This was posted yesterday and updated today. Thursday evening, causing customers to wonder what was causing the outages. The issue impacted around 260,000 customers. According to Spectrum's spokesperson, the issue was a software process fail, which caused boxes to go into a boot cycle. Now, we've had Spectrum, we have their internet, and we had their streaming service. I don't know if we still have that. But they sent us these emails, and they called my wife and said, hey, we need to give you a new box. And my wife's like, I don't have your fucking... okay, will this affect streaming? Oh, no. Well, then fuck off, because that's all I've got. Oh, yeah, you do, don't you? You should have thought of that before you called me. And send me...
Do you want a box, though?
Well, I told her she should have, not be surprised, because when she called to just find out what extra channels she could get, one of the ladies, she got bounced around to like 3 or 4 different people, and one of them said, oh, you need a box before you can get more channels than what you have. Your ad line says I don't need a box, just install the app. Oh, no, you need a box. Let me give it to someone else. Someone else said, she told you needed a box?
I'm looking at your info. What's your info?
Huh? Right. What's your social security number? Okay. You got this one, right? Okay. We won't pay some more? No? Anyway, Spectrum said it was aware of the issues and technicians were working to fix the problem. A Spectrum spokesperson said the problem was resolved around 2 a.m.
Maybe they should start, like, these people that work as, like, customer support. Maybe you should have to, like, work your way up and be, like, a janitor first, Nah,
then no one will have any fucking jobs. I had a call center call me one time to try to sell me something, and I didn't answer it. It went to voicemail, and when I picked it up, the dude must have forgot that it was, like, him calling me, so I hear him shooting the shit with his buddies. They were talking about they were going to go see Hot Tub Time Machine. And I was like, man, I actually sat and listened to the accidental phone call message, so I wasn't even mad. I was like, well, that's kind of funny. Customers took to social media with frustration after Spectrum originally would not give any more information about the outage. After hours, the company simply said that it had already told customers that it was aware of the problem and technicians were working to resolve the issue. Of course they fucking said that. I mean, why are they going to say...
Is your friend Floyd, is he a janitor?
He was at one point. I've called him Floyd the janitor because when he was when he got out of high school, he got a job at another school as a janitor. So,
okay.
And he worked with this old guy who's he's like, "Are you a janitor?" And the other guy's like, "I'm a custodian." Oh, okay. Sorry, old guy.
Yeah, because I was gonna say no offense to janitors, but I was just, I was gonna ask him, like, did he ever have to? No, he's not like he wasn't a janitor for a school, but I was gonna ask him if he's ever had to use like that sand stuff to clean up vomit with.
Sawdust to clean up puke. That was actually the way I found out about it. We had one of our meetings. Our manager was like, "Yeah, Floyd, he used to be a janitor. He said he used to have to go around and like dump sawdust to clean up puke and stuff like that." I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, I was a janitor at my cousin's school." Can you imagine working at your cousin's school?
Yeah, well, that's like the hardest probably is being a janitor for like a elementary school or something,
Right. Charter launches mobile service, throttles all video to 480p.
I saw that.
As we're talking about Spectrum and Charter, unlike Comcast, Charter doesn't offer upgrades to HD video streaming. Charter Communications launched its mobile broadband service on June 30th, and it's throttling all video streams to DVD quality. DVD quality video streaming is supported. Video typically streams at 480p. Charter notes in the pricing and other info sections of its mobile sign-up page. The quality limit is similar to one just imposed by Comcast, which previously did not impose any video quality limits on its mobile service. So this is exactly what they're throttling and saying, oh no, you can only get this. Comcast is letting existing customers get 720 video streams on an interim basis at no charge. See, here's the thing, guys. I know it sounds all fancy. You're getting 720. A fucking TV now can push 4K HDR. My fucking phone has a 1440p screen with a 4K camera.
Yeah, I was my camera on my phone too is 4K, and I had forgotten about that because I was having to record a video for that for my monitor to give proof about it not working or whatever. So I ended up that was like 5 takes or so, having to redo it because at first I was running out of space on my phone and stuff, but and then it was set at default to record in 4K. I was like, why is the file so big?
Whoops. So
it was like over a gig for like 2 minutes or something,
Right. I mean, and the thing is, internet speeds, like I said, haven't even caught up because one of my favorite websites, they offer video up to, well, hell, I think only goes up to 480, and my phone will do, like I said, 1440. But when you go to it, it's like, oh, it defaults to 240 or whatever the fuck it is, and it's like, no, go up to the highest setting, but your internet has to be able to keep up, and they don't. You pay for this shit. Just be fucking not. Don't Verizon throw in the word unlimited. Oh, they get an unlimited plan. They have an unlimited. No, there should just be unlimited means one fucking thing. It's not a buzzword. It actually means something. Words mean things, believe it or not. You don't just tack them on. Right. You get all the unlimited bush you want. What the hell's that? Oh, you don't need to know. We just said it. Sounds cool.
Well, I do have to admit though, like for my TV shows and stuff, I tried to stay like the 480p just because like even with my 8 terabyte drive, there's just so many seasons of TV shows. You have like 15, 20 seasons in a show. That's like hundreds of gigs just for one TV show. And it's like I want to have more than one show on there, And
I brought this up because I just wanted to justify my own personal obsession. It's my obsession. Why you should rarely check your internet speeds. Little is sexier than telling a friend or loved one, hey, can you give me a minute? I have to finish testing my download speeds, then we can go out to the party. But if you aren't checking your internet speeds on a weekly basis, you might not know there's a problem. You aren't likely to notice the difference between 150 megabits a second and 80 megabits a second download speed when you're browsing websites, watching 1080 YouTube, or chatting with friends. Oh, shit.
Hey, what's up, dog?
What up, biatches?
He's soft.
Soft.
Only when I look at your face.
Softer than Liberace at the Playboy Mansion.
Can't stay on too late tonight, but I thought I'd pop in for this for a hot minute.
All right, so what's been up with you? And I think I'm gonna have to change your levels a little bit or something.
Man, and busting ass on Pokemon Go. So.
You got your thumb over your microphone there?
Nope.
Oh.
Negative.
Okay.
Hold on. I have a fix for that.
What device are you on right now?
iPhone.
Oh.
iPhone with a air conditioner in the background.
Is it sitting on the microphone?
No, it's just super loud.
What was the ad they used to have? Siri is like, I have one microphone and I'm sitting on it.
Better?
Yes.
Sure.
Welcome to 101.7 The Rain. This is your DJ, DJ DD.
Okay, since Doug's here, let me throw in one of the articles I had for him real quick, just to grab his opinion.
That wasn't the YouTube one you were saying. One to have Doug's take on it.
Yeah, hold on. I clicked the wrong link.
Dun 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 dun. Whack.
Boing. Okay. Tony tries to upload movie trailer to YouTube, post the entire movie instead.
That shit was hilarious.
Like, how did they not notice they did that?
Somebody
Fucked up?
Somebody fucked up bad.
Was it this article or one of the articles we had about this? Because we had two articles. One of them said at least they only had themselves to fall back on because remember they got hacked.
Yep.
Yeah. Nope. Now they just fucked up. So what your boys
like,
Sony doing? What happened, man?
Yeah, it's like
somebody is at the.
How do you mess that up? Don't you notice it's taking a little bit longer?
Man, it says it'll take 2 hours to upload. It must be a slow connection.
I wonder if it wasn't intentional by someone to say, look what's available.
Think it was a leak?
Yeah, like somebody was like, hey, everybody, watch this movie and drum up support for it. And then all like,
maybe
not that many people got to see it. I only think it's like 14 people, I think, if I read the original correctly. And then all of a sudden...
Well, people probably ripped it off there.
Oh, yeah. Because once it's on the internet, it's there.
Yeah.
Forever.
Like
couldn't you still technically use like the Wayback Machine or whatever for it?
Yeah.
I think since it was a straight to video deal, I think that they were probably going to put it up for rental eventually, but they fucked up and just uploaded the damn thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that that guy got fired, but then Frank was saying it was a direct to video, so I was like, oh, it's probably just a slap on the wrist then.
Yeah, Callie the Killer. I don't think they were really too worried. Like, oh damn, okay. Let the intern have his fucking job. He'll learn next time.
You see, this was like Deadpool 2 or something,
Right. If it was the next The Rock movie, then,
Disney gonna put the fucking lockdown on that shit, though, folks.
That Rampage movie.
By the way, I wanted to show this to you guys.
Put your dick away.
Got this at Walmart tonight.
Put the dildo away.
This right here is a Black Web portable battery. 20,100 milliamps.
Wow.
Yeah. This fucker only cost $25.
Maybe they're trying to bribe you to get you back to working for Walmart.
Man, let me tell you what. I came across some information today, which just how things have changed since I left. Like company directives and things of that nature, and it's just
got a nice comfy car.
No, just stuff they're not allowed to do anymore. That I'm like, that's part of your job. It's just it's really saddening. Like, it actually, like, saddening really is the word to use, because I just feel so disappointed in.
See, it's falling apart without you there, Doug. They need you.
I actually have had people say that. And that's not like being, super big headed or anything like that. It's just, you have kids working there now. Kids
Did you go back to? Do you go back to the one that you worked at, or did you go?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were talking to people and they were telling you that there.
I've met some of the customers that I used to help, and they can't get help anymore. Just it's sad. It's just sad. And
so what you're saying is Walmart's getting soft.
Yeah. SAWFT soft.
You need
It's
to,
just like
yeah, you
I
need
could
to come
see.
back there and get them swole again.
Well, the thing is, you can't because it's company directives now. Certain things you can do, certain things you can't do anymore.
Well, how
due
much?
to
Yeah, how much
liability.
of it is left up to like the managers and the district managers and stuff like that?
As far as specific things for customer service, a lot of it is company directive because they don't want to be liable for someone's messed up phone account, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, they're trying to mainline everything, huh? Mainstream.
Well,
Why even have separate, like district managers and stuff, and give people any power then?
because there's more to it than just doing like techie work. You know, I try to make it so the people who were doing the techie work knew what they were doing. That way, they wouldn't be doing something haphazardly and not having the knowledge to back them up if something went wrong.
Yeah.
So, but another little pickup I got today at Walmart:
Tekken.
Kazuya's Revenge. I cannot wait to watch this movie. It's going to be so fucking fantastic. Have you seen the first Tekken movie?
No, I have not.
I will
I have
tell
to
you
check
this.
those out.
It is one of the best video game adaptations I think I've ever seen.
Well, what's the best video game movie of all time?
Mortal Kombat.
The first one, right?
Yeah, the first one.
Did you like the second one, or
yes,
was that like really bad?
It's
everybody hates it, man.
Everybody hates it, and they have a right to hate it because of everything that they did with the franchise. That said, it's not, to me, it's not a horrible movie. Let's put it that way.
Well, I think they
different.
represented Shao Kahn as good as that you could probably at that time, you know.
That and I think they're trying too hard on the second movie. You know, but it's what it is.
Well,
Frankie, you got?
What about Resident Evil? I know that started to fall apart.
Well, the thing is, with Resident Evil, even though it's based off the games, it has its own storyline. So I don't really consider that specifically to be a video game movie. I consider it to be video game inspired, but not 100% video game based. Well, but I also like Dead or Alive as well. Dead or Alive is a little bit different as well.
They got a Dead or Alive movie?
Yes, they do. And it's hilarious.
Is that a direct-to-video too?
Oh, yes, it is. It was done by Dimension Extreme. So it went direct-to-video. So.
Well, I have on my computer, I've been meaning to watch it, is the Tomb Raider.
I haven't watched that one yet. I'm thinking about it, though. I might.
I'll have to give you a review then.
I still have yet to watch that shitbag Ghostbusters movie.
I thought you said you saw it.
Oh, I
you
have
never got to it.
I have it not by choice. I just haven't got a chance to watch it as of yet.
Yeah, he got it for free because there's no way he was paying for that shit.
Yeah, and I was so pissed off. No, switch to Movies Unlimited and we'll give you 4 free movies. Oh, by the way, one of your free movies is quite possibly one of the worst fucking pieces of garbage ever known to man.
Or it could be, really good. You don't know if you don't see it, right?
I wonder if I still got. No, I don't got the Ghostbusters update on there.
That's going to be your theme now, Doug. We're going to pull that up and see if you played it yet.
Yeah.
Hey, Ghostbusters update. Haven't seen it.
How's the weather out there, Ollie?
Cold as hell.
Right.
It's going to rain.
Okay.
How's your kids? How's your wife?
It's raining sideways. All right. So, This Raspberry Pi arrival offers a beefy CPU, 4K video, and more. The Renegade Elite from tech company Libra Computer is a single-board computer that delivers more power than the Raspberry Pi. It isn't the cheapest single-board computer around at $100, but you're getting a lot for your cash. It supports a hexa-core processor, USB Type-C ports, and 4K support.
You see, Raspberry Pi is something I can see Doug getting into because he's all about the hacking and stuff, like putting stuff together with the computers and shit.
I mean,
have thought about it.
You can get the Pi Zero for $5.
Yeah.
I just thought this was cool. I mean, for $100, if you're gonna, dick around with something, I mean, why the hell not?
Yeah. I wonder if a JPi uses the Raspberry Pi.
Anyway, Google is reportedly looking to take over call centers with its duplex AI assistant. When Google introduced its Google Duplex, its AI assistant designed to speak like a human, the company showed off how the average person could use the tech to save time making reservations and whatnot. What wasn't touched on was the possibility that Duplex may have a use on the other side of the line, taking over for call center employees and telemarketers. Oh no. The computers are taking away our gerbs.
It's been fixed next.
Oh no.
They took our gerbs.
They took our gerbs.
Oh no.
FCC stands by decision to raise broadband prices on American Indians.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Before you get into that stuff, we kind of forgot. What are you drinking on, Doug?
This is actually Mio.
Oh, Mio.
Berry pomegranate Mio. It changes everything.
Iced vanilla Java. Tasty as hell. Yeah, it's good.
Got the theme song, Ian. Come on.
You want it, so.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, shit, I spilled it on my keyboard.
Soda Talk with Frank and Ian.
So what's Ian drinking on?
It's actually pretty boring this week for me. I got a Sprite and a Pepsi.
You want a Sprite?
That's it. I do have my Fanta, but I was drinking on that before the show. I was like, I don't want to drink two in a row. I don't love it that much.
Wanna Fanta? Don't you wanna?
I polished off a Mountain Dew Ice, and then I'm working on the Game Fuel, the citrus one. And then I have a Sprite because I don't need to be drinking that much caffeine before fucking bed.
Right.
Last show I was up to like 6 a.m. already, so.
Yeah.
Last show you're like.
It's kind of surprising. They haven't had too many like new shit with Mountain Dew this year, have they?
Well, this is the new shit. Everyone should stand up in the pit.
The newest is the Mountain Dew Ice, hasn't it?
Ice, baby. Ding, 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 ding.
FCC stands by decision to raise broadband prices to American Indians. FCC denies petition to restore $25 lifeline subsidy for tribal residents.
Raise the price, baby.
The Federal Communications Commission is refusing to reverse a decision that will take a broadband subsidy away from many American Indians. Under Chairman Ajit Pai's leadership, the FCC voted 3-2 in November 2017 to make it much harder for tribal residents to obtain a $25 per month lifeline subsidy that reduces the cost of internet or phone service. The charges could take effect as early as October 2018, depending on when they are approved by the U.S. Office of Management and Budget.
Hey, Frank.
Yes?
You think the Native Americans gambled on that?
That's racist, Ian.
Welcome to Horrible Pun Talk with Frank, Ian, and Doug.
By the way, guys, in case you're into it, Amazon is expanding Prime Day.
Prime, baby.
Prime Day is growing to a day and a half.
Whoa! A whole extra 12 hours?
It'll start on July 16th at 3 Eastern
Prime
time. Amazon is promising more than 1 million deals around the world. Uses the day to create buzz, gin up sales, and recruit more people into a program many shoppers already consider indispensable. I don't know if I talked about this on the air or if I talked about this before, but Ian and I ordered new lights for my desk, and I ordered them Prime, and I ordered them during the last show, and they said, okay, yeah, Prime. Okay, I click buy, and it's okay. You'll get them on this Thursday. That's the 5th, but that's a little, from the 29th to the 5th. That's not exactly 2 days, but I figured the holiday fucked something up, so I was going to let it slide. Then I looked to see if it was shipped, and or if it arrived, and I look at it and it says, oh, delivery has been postponed until Thursday or till Tuesday. Sorry. So I was pissed off. I posted about it on Facebook, pissed off, and my friends said, "Well, go to do the online chat thing, see what they can do." So they said, cancel the order it again with the fastest shipping possible, and then they went in. I gave them the order number, and they changed it from 2 day to 1 day. So I'll get it tomorrow instead of Tuesday. So that's not bad,
right?
Right?
Usually pretty helpful because you're paying for Prime,
Prime is trash, baby.
So you don't have.
I forget what's the Prime Day thing like. What
they have sales.
Everything is cheaper.
Not everything.
Cheaper.
They have pop-up ads and all kinds of crap.
Mm-hmm.
And they have you can stack savings if you do the Prime Pantry, which is like you get a box up to a certain weight, and once you fill up that box, you get a discounted shipping. It's the same items they have in the store, but you get them slightly cheaper.
Do they have any? Are there any pickup locations by you?
No.
Or they're like you could choose the option to pick it up or whatever.
They have like a 2 or 3 hour delivery or something where I work, but I don't think I signed up for any of that shit, so no.
I wonder if they're gonna have a pantry in Ohio.
I don't know.
I did hear they're supposed to be making actually new stores soon. I'm not sure how long ago I saw that. Maybe a couple days.
Netflix pricier Ultra tier is inevitable. Basically every time I pulled up news articles, this story, they wanted you to know about it, and basically Netflix is testing different tiers in Europe, and they have an Ultra tier, which includes 4 screens at HDR resolution, or there's a step lower that's either 2 or 3 screens, and the one below that has 4 screens, but they're not HDR. They're 4K, but it's not HDR.
Raise the price, baby.
Let's see. After all, you can afford a fancy schmancy 50+ inch 4K HDR. You probably weren't sweating roughly $20 a month.
Fuck, I wasn't. I spent fucking $1,200 on a fucking television. Then I got to spend out fucking money for the fucking 4K fucking Blu-rays, the fucking 4K fucking
here he goes.
Blu-ray fucking player.
4K, man. 4K all day, every day, except for still probably not at high detail.
Do you got a 4K TV, Doug?
I do. However, I don't do anything as far as like 4K Blu-rays on it. I don't need it. The reason why I got a 4K TV because it was on sale and it's a Samsung, and I really like Samsung as a brand. So I ended up spending about a G on it. It's a 60-inch. So
my 49-inch is a 4K HDR LG. And it was less than 300.
Yeah, that's like that TV though. He's got in his computer, and that's better than the TV that you guys have in your main room.
Yeah,
living room,
I
right?
plan on eventually getting another one of these from my bedroom because I was thinking about getting a really really stupid big one, and my wife's like, "You don't even watch TV down here." I do. I go, "Oh, well, if you don't fucking want it, I'll put it in my room."
Is
But
your
I
is
might
your wife like? Is she jealous of your
no.
TV because she never goes in there, does she?
No, she tried to use my computer before when I just had the 34, and when I got the 34, she's like, "Jesus Christ!" And I said, well, honey, we were trying to do our taxes. I said, "You can use my computer," and she got on. And she said, "No, I'm not gonna fucking use this thing." I said, "Why not, honey? It's fast. It's brand new." No, I don't want to fucking use this thing.
Like too complicated for her.
I mean, no,
It's
she
too
just didn't.
much.
She didn't.
Like too much tech for her.
I mean, not really. It's just Windows 10. It's nothing. Her laptop is Windows 10. It's the same thing. It's just she didn't. I don't know. She either didn't like a big screen or I don't know. I don't know.
I think it's just she just likes things simpler or something like that.
Well, I can see why some people don't want a super large screen as far as their computer screen goes. I know my wife hates that I have a 32 inch as my computer screen currently. Some people just really really do not dig that. Especially like they have possibly not spectacular eyesight. They're like, oh my goodness, you know.
My 34 is my backup monitor.
Yeah. So on the subject of crappy Windows machines.
Well, that's good because I don't have one. But okay, go ahead.
It's Windows. It's automatically a crappy machine.
No. Nope. 8-core. Nope.
Windows is still trash. Your hardware can be top tier, but it's like a hot chick.
Mm-hmm.
She can look like a 10, but if her attitude is a 4, she's a fucking 4. Just like it's like any computer. If you have the top tier rated 10 hardware, but if it's running Windows, it's a fucking 4. So
okay, so what's Windows doing that you don't like so much, Doug? Go ahead. Let loose.
Okay. It's actually not specifically Windows this time.
Okay.
It's a subset of Windows. Now, I'm not going to tell you guys where I work, because while I'm working there, I don't say anything about it. But
You
the
mentioned
computers
it before, though. I thought
I might have mentioned it, but I try not to. I actually found out that the computers that we use are Windows, which, duh. But they're the old. You guys remember back in I think it was like early to mid 2000s when it came out with those little brick units that they use for registers.
Yeah.
The ones that have the smallest amount of RAM, DDR3 humanly possible, and no graphics cards. It just has a little built-in unit that just goes out.
Right, that's usually like the stand for your monitor.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah. Not even a stand for the monitor. It's literally like what's good. Here's a good comparison. This is my new battery that I just told you guys about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This right here. This is twice the size of the unit that my registers use. Now, the register software that this company and so many others use is so fucking garbage. So garbage. It uses less than 1% of the total CPU memory. Less than 1% on a regular day. And it runs so slow. It cannot do anything. It would be like running Windows 10 Enterprise. And oh my goodness, it's so fantastic. And It does so many fucking fantastic things. And you try to run fucking Oregon Trail and it locks up.
So, So your main
Well,
problem with
what's
Windows
the
is
Windows? Yeah, what's the Windows version that's running on that little thing?
I think
It's
it's
like
I don't know for sure, but I
'cause usually
think
those
it's
are
like
outdated.
XP,
oh, oh, okay.
which is again weird because XP is like my favorite version of Windows, and this I'm like, damn, dude, like
Okay, so your hatred of Windows is based off your hatred of a program written for Windows badly on one of the oldest legacy versions of Windows that you can currently still run.
No, it's not. It's not based off of. He's just saying it's his problem today with it.
yeah.
Hmm.
I'm not actually having a direct hatred of Windows in this little rant. That's not specifically what this is about. This is just the fact that it runs on Windows.
Well, I don't know. Those registers and stuff, they should be having some kind of like Linux thing on there. I would think. I mean, why
I know,
have
like
some
a Linux
full-fledged
distro
operating system on there?
Yeah, like a Linux distro specifically made for registers, I think would be very good. But we've even bypassed that altogether now because now you have these registers that are basically iPads.
Well, they don't want the support. They don't want to support Linux.
Yeah.
So anyway,
By the way, have you done anything, Frank, lately with Linux? Because I know you were messing around with it a
no,
while
I
ago or
have
whatever.
I have a drive that runs it, but for whatever reason I couldn't get the audio to work. But I got it to work and I could browse the web and shit on it. But that was that was a while ago.
Yeah, like I was trying to download stuff for Linux just to have like like Firefox and some other software on there just if when I decided to start dicking around with Linux myself, and it's complicated because it takes you to like these package pages or whatever, and it's like just trying to get the download for it seemed pretty complicated.
I mean, it's I initially installed GNOME, and then I later got Ubuntu version of GNOME. So it's like I don't know if it's Ubuntu with a GNOME skin / theme or what. It was a lot more user friendly compared to the other version I was running. So I'm sure it's a lot better now. I just haven't. After I got my drive, that's when I started having issues with my motherboard, and I had other problems. So
issues.
But anyway, let's hear some good news, Downey Downerton. BioStar launches a line of NVMe solid-state drives for gamers on a budget. Now, if you remember, BioStar was they've made motherboards and other gamery parts like
they were mainly motherboards, I think.
Yeah, they were the lower end, cheaper. I never bought any of it. I saw
they were always like the pre-built type of computer motherboard.
I have no fucking idea. I saw them when I was putting together my first PC part picker lists. They had BioStar motherboards, but they were, I never heard of them, so I was, didn't want to touch them.
Well,
but
Doug might know this. I mean, you sold a lot of like pre-built computers at Walmart, right? Isn't it usually some kind of, if it's not like MSI, it's like some kind of BioStar or something like that?
Well, most of the stuff we'd sell was like HP and Dell.
Okay. What did they mainly use? Because I don't think HP made motherboards.
Honestly, in the 6-year history of me working for that company, I don't think we ever specifically had to crack open a PC once.
Really?
To be honest with you.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I figured you might have, if you've ever had one or whatever,
Well, there were some days where I felt I had to crack one up with a sledgehammer, as far as our actual store units and stuff. I'm just like, work, you motherfucker.
Well, you get all those computers and stuff for free. Are any of them pre-built and stuff?
The only ones I've run across were a couple of old Dell Studio XPSs, and I think that's a Dell board. Which I'm actually working on hopefully rebuilding one of those and actually trying to get as many stock parts as possible. I'd like to get some stock parts because I really like how those cases are. It's the old white ones when you have the USB and all that shit on top and like a little enclave. It's like here's the top and the enclave's like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't remember specifically seeing anything like even a couple of the HP ones that I have as far as the shell computers. I don't recall seeing any BioStar units.
Anyways,
Warframe Nintendo Live 2008.
Frank, what kind of deals that they got going on for it? Is it like pretty cheap?
Okay, so anyway, they got a series.
You don't have to read the whole article. Just tell us about the deals and stuff.
Can I get 3 words out?
Okay, got them out.
I just wanted to make sure that you would before you start reading.
Look, it's big text. There's like 4 lines here, Ian. I got the headline and then I get told not to read. So anyway, so they're making a series M500. Okay, 1 terabyte with these are the speeds. If you're curious, there's a link. Terabyte is $269. 512 is 149. 500 is, or no, sorry, 256 is 99, and 128 is 59. As cheap as you get for 1 terabyte NVMe right now on is 960 Evo on sale at Amazon for $422. So comparatively, these are cheaper. Whether or not they're as good quality remains yet to be seen.
Oh yeah, that's right. Those are
you
NVMe.
thinking what I'm thinking? RAM extensions.
What?
RAM extension.
Well, we've talked about that before. They do have those things where what are those slots called, Frank, that are next to the RAM?
If you're talking on the Threadripper motherboards, they specifically have a DIMM.2 slot, which is a PCIe style. It's like a RAM slot with you put M.2 sticks on, and you run it in RAID or however you want to configure it. This interested me because, like I said, my next build is probably going to be a Threadripper dealie, where even the micro ATX boards have 3 M.2 slots, and then with the PCIe slots, you can put in a card with up to like 4 M.2 drives, stuck on it. So,
yeah. Well, as far as I can tell, Doug, like they said, it's getting pretty close to the speed of RAM, but it still would be slower than like your normal RAM, I guess. It would definitely be way faster than using a mechanical hard drive as a scratch disk, right?
I mean, I'm using an M.2 from my OS, but since it's SATA, which I didn't realize until after I bought it, it's basically just an SSD. I even lose out on the form factor because I couldn't plug into it until I bought a little shell case that'll mount to with a SATA port.
How much did you pay for that shit?
It's like $200.
I think you didn't get ripped off then, at least.
Because
you said that the cheapest was like 460 or whatever.
Did you end up going to Micro Center for that?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, this was an Amazon dealie. Like I said, it wasn't NVMe. It was just SATA. So it wasn't powered by the PCIe. My first board supported it, so I had, until I fried my motherboard, it worked fine. But
well, what's so gamer about these? Because it's like I know a lot of companies have been doing that. Just slap gamer on it and makes it better.
Well, I mean, it's cheaper. The thing is, if you're building a workstation, Ian, you're not really going to give a flying fuck. You want the fastest and the best, so they're probably going to buy the $1,000 2 terabyte drives, that are the fastest rated. They actually care about the difference between the 950s and the 960 Pros. A 960 Evo versus a Pro versus the 950, 960 Pro, et cetera, et cetera. That's incrementally faster. They actually will pay the fucking difference. Gamers who are were just when I built my computer, the main thing was Do you want an SSD or a mechanical drive? Mechanical drive is cheaper, but an SSD will make it feel faster. Well, yeah, I want an SSD. Okay, but it costs more. Now, I mean, I paid like, I think $40 for my little 100 and something gig of an SSD. So if I'm paying what they say, $269 for a terabyte, that's, I paid, what does it say? I looked at my order details in my Amazon cart for things I purchased. Yeah, I paid $229 for my M.2, but it was SATA powered, and it wasn't NVMe. NVMe is faster and better.
Yeah, I paid like 150 back like last year or something. I think it was for my 500 gigabyte SanDisk SSD.
I think now like mechanical is starting to make a comeback just simply because of things like your all helium enclosures and shit like that. I think that's why people are now trying to knock so hard and do different styles of the solid state drives, because people are now like, well, shit, I have to kind of penny pinch a little bit because of graphics cards charging me out the ass and RAM charging me out the ass.
Yeah, that's the main downfall of NAND storage is the the nature of it. It costs so much to buy it in the fucking first place because it's like hen's teeth.
Well, they're doing the three main manufacturers are doing a wink on that,
I mean,
let's just making it more expensive.
Right. I mean, eventually it's just the people say the prices are gonna just keep going up. I'm hoping they go down, or I'm like, shit, I got a bill before prices go up to where I can't afford it. I mean, I looked at my shopping cart. I bought 32 gig of RAM. 16 gig kits were $69 when I bought them. So I spent $140 on 32 gig of RAM. 32 gig of the cheapest RAM. I mean, at the time, it's super overclocked. It was 1600, I think. But anyway, now to get like, I think with Threadripper and Ryzen in general, they recommend 3000 speed to get the best compatibility. I think you're looking at 100, 40, $150 for eight gigs.
It's almost anymore like they're almost kind of forcing you to go and say, you know what, I'm gonna start with a pre-build.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would you part out a pre-build, Frank, for your next build?
Well,
no.
That's not even an option half the time, because now manufacturers are locking fucking parts to the unit.
Yeah, proprietary. No.
And
shit.
You gotta remember, Ian, if you buy a pre-built, your version of Windows is probably still going to be tied to your motherboard. So as soon as you make a hardware change, you risk your chance of having to reactivate Windows again.
Oh, I'm not talking about a brand pre-built. I'm talking about like iBuyPower or whatever those other computers where they.
No, because that's a ripoff. I'd rather just build it. No, for the specs you get, I wouldn't fucking do it.
See, the only thing I'll say about things like iBuyPower, and like if I was going to do something like that, I'd go with a company like what's it called? Like Zydax or something, like a smaller company.
Yeah, I heard
like
bad
that.
things about iBuyPower.
Well, the thing with the iBuyPower is they're so commercial and so mainstream now that everyone's balls out on like iBuyPower and CyberPower, and I've actually
customer service sucks.
I've heard stories about customer service. The smaller companies, like there's like Zydax. I know that off the top of my head, but I don't support Zydax anymore. I think it's Zydax the one. Whoever was with like Jake Paul or Logan Paul. And there was like 2 or 3 other smaller companies that do pre-builds that are actually a little bit better as far as giving you good deals and actually getting it to you in a reasonable amount of fucking time. But like even going with like a pre-build that you get from like Best Buy, that's not a horrible idea to just be kind of like a devil's advocate on that, simply because If you are like, say, you're building it on like Best Buy or whatever, and you know exactly what you want, at least you can kind of put in your information on what you're looking for, and then you might be able to get like maybe a bump in specs or something along those lines. But the thing about it is, you have to realize what you're buying. A lot of times, you're just buying one that comes off a fucking assembly line. You are just another number, and you're still going to run into some customer service issues, possibly with a place like Best Buy. You know, especially with their warranty systems. You fuck around, you fuck with that PC in any way, shape, or form. You open that bitch up, buy warranty.
Right.
You know,
yeah, that's okay.
Now, if it's something to where like they hook you up with a bare bone system, that'd be a little different. Because at the very least, if you go through Best Buy and get a bare bone system and get some of the extra stuff with it, you might get a little bit of a break on the price. But you just got to know what you're buying if you buy a pre-built. And a lot of
about
times,
those combo deals where it's like a motherboard, RAM, and like a hard drive or something, and a processor?
You got to know what you're getting.
I went into Micro Center with a shopping cart, and I left with a shopping cart full of crap.
Yeah. By the way, going back to that 1180, I did hear that the price is supposed to be like $1,500, I think.
Yes, that's what the rumor mill is.
Crazy.
I mean, it's if you go to, well, hold on, let me go to Nvidia real quick and see what the 1080 is going for.
Yeah, I know. Like you're probably thinking, well, if I'm gonna go balls deep with Nvidia, then you might as well get the newest one coming out. But it's like that thing's gonna cost you your whole computer, you know.
If you buy the Founders Edition that's out of stock, it's $700. But I found that funny because, you know, okay, let's go to Amazon. Whoop.
What's that tab there? Bring back the porn.
Yeah. Oh yeah, here's a Founders Edition and 990. No. You know, without expert.
Yeah, no.
$89 for expert installation. What do they do? Gonna come over to my house? Okay, it's in there.
Yeah. Yeah, they actually have details on that stuff where they'll tell you this person's gonna do this and that.
Nah, fuck that. Here's your CyberPower PC. Let's see. What do you get? Your Windows 10 64-bit. You got a 1 terabyte hard drive, a 240 gig SSD. You get a 1080 Ti. That's okay. 16 gig of RAM. That's a fucking joke. An i7. Okay. Liquid cooled, overclockable. Yeah. Overclock this thing that we're, probably going to put a warranty on. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I think it depends. Like usually, like if you're doing software overclocking, it's like they don't mind you doing that as much as if you're messing in the BIOS. I guess I don't know. But I thought the video card prices were pretty decent because I know with the 580 was pretty cheap now.
Well, see, NVIDIA 1080 Ti, 1 HDMI and 2 DisplayPort. I thought they supported 4. Let's see, where the hell's the back of the fucking thing?
Yeah, did you research the displays on the brands with the 1080?
I mean, I want to do a smaller form factor, so the Founders Edition would be the best recommended one because it blows all the heat out of the back instead of blowing it around in the case. So
but the other ones are overclocked though.
Yeah, that's nice. But if you can't put it in your case, who gives a fuck?
Just go ahead and just get a 960. You'll be fine.
Huh?
Get a GTX 960.
Why would I do that?
Because it's cheaper, bro.
Lots of things are cheaper. I have a 2 old Radeon HD 4580s. You know what?
You do? What do you need those for?
I don't.
I mean, why did you get?
He's got an iBook he doesn't need.
I I need to collect my dust on. No, I got it for the same reason Doug's got all that crap in his basement. Someone just said, "Here you go. I don't fucking want these anymore." And I said, "Oh, thanks." And I looked at him. I said, "Oh, okay."
You give Doug that eye, but
I'll give him a look. Anyway, so I talked about when
she's got the look.
She's got
by the way,
look.
By the way, you need to get that drop for me, Frank. That ooh barracuda.
No. Anyway,
Seagate.
So I mentioned when everyone was at I can't remember what was that event everyone went to, CES or anyway, when all the tech tube guys were in Taiwan or Taipei, Gigabyte had a booth.
Computex.
Anyway, one of those fucking things. Maybe it's Memorex. Gigabyte has 16 gig memory kits that comes with WRGB modules for those empty slots. So
like if you're only rocking 2 of the 4 slots, but you want it to be more lit up still.
Yeah, if you got a board that has 4 or however many slots, you could only buy 16 gig, but they give you heat risers that have RGB in them, but no actual DIMMs. Gigabyte is shipping its first memory kit through its Aorus brand, and like a growing number of RAM products, it features RGB lighting. What's unique about Gigabyte's kit is that the 2 of the 4 modules included in the pack don't contain any memory chips. They're dummy sticks, or demo sticks, as Gigabyte calls them, to fill out your motherboard's empty DIMM slots.
Well, here's the question. Would they be able to make those available just on their own?
What, are you going to run a computer with no fucking RAM in it?
No, but what if you already have 2 sticks like me? I only have 2 RGB 16. I plan on making it expandable to 64. But I have 2 empty slots right now.
Well, whether there is a market for something like this remains to be seen. Gigabyte will find out soon enough. This kit is shipping now and will be available soon. The company said last month, and pricing will be $229. That represents a small markup over the 16 gigabyte DDR4 memory kits with RGB lighting. Some that we have found a new egg include G-Skill's Trident Z. So
some of those motherboard has like 8 RAM slots, so like
yeah,
that'd be cool if you could buy a whole bunch of those dummies things.
I mean, I'm sure they'll take your money in. I just don't have a fucking clue. I haven't looked to see where you can order them from.
So you didn't do your research on this article you're telling us?
I provided a link and a story. Yeah. What have you given me? Nothing.
What do you think, Doug?
I'm generally anti-RGB, so RGB can show it up as ASS.
RGB, these nuts?
Right.
You're saying?
Oh yeah, Ian, I got a YouTuber I follow that's in South Africa. That he built a computer and he made a parody video where he's like, "I'm only getting 20 FPS, and I have 2 1080s. What the hell?" And then they're like, "You need to build a unicorn build with RGB. It's faster." So he built a fucking computer that's overload RGB, and it's hilarious. Anyway.
Oh, you mean the basically the same shit Linus has been doing for the past 10 fucking years?
Anyway, AMD is hosting.
By the way, did you see that Linus video at the Hotel for Gamers, Doug?
Yes, I did.
What did you think about that? Because we did that for
I about
article
fucking
today.
died, man. I was like, shit.
Are you like, why can't we get that shit?
You're damn right. Can you imagine doing Can you imagine doing a podcast from that, like having all 3 of us? Plus, plus Ben, plus other people, plus,
yeah, that'd be
all
pretty sweet.
on, like the largest known hotel podcast known to man.
Yeah, because they have like a whole round table of computers going in the library.
Sure, Doug, you buying?
Shit, I wish.
Yeah, he'll put us up.
He's Daddy Warbucks.
We'd still probably have to bring some mics though, unless we just use the gamer headsets there.
Fuck the mics. Where's the beer?
I know, right?
So AMD is hosting a Threadripper 2 event at the end of July.
All right, we're doing your article.
I start
I'll tell you what. Let's tell you what, boy. Who gives a fuck?
me anyway. It looks like NVIDIA isn't the only one with a special event coming up in the near future. AMD, via Video Card Z, has an event happening in late July in the beautiful landscape of Maranello. This also happens to be the hometown of La Ferrari, and considering AMD announced it would be sponsoring the Scuderia Ferrari F1 in April earlier this year, the implications are an epic press-only event with full stuff like a factory tour.
Yeah, that was a thing too. If when you get to talk about it with the 1180, is they were like, "Well, we're not doing anything this year," and then they were like totally lying, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Unfortunately, I have to dip because my phone's down to 7%.
All right,
Oh,
man.
no.
You got anything else going on? Like your what's going on with your books and stuff? Anything to plug?
The book I'm still working on. That's gonna be working on for a long time. I have a lot of shit to do for that. But if you guys want to see anything specifically on that, I do have a couple excerpts already written on my DeviantArt. It's just aphroditescrush.deviantart.com.
You get back into photography? You said?
I'm actually thinking about doing a shoot sometime in the near future. That's most likely going to happen. I just don't know.
Well, what are you working currently on that you got to plug? Just like your YouTube?
Just the YouTube. We're going to have some more videos coming up next week. So.
Cardio Confessions.
Yep. Because I took about a week and a half off and just, for my birthday and, so.
Are you still doing sponsors? I forget what.
I'm actually working. I'm working on a couple different things. I do have some kinks to work out on that, but hopefully by the end of next week I'll have something maybe happening. So,
okay.
So.
All right, man.
I thank you, gentlemen, for bringing me on.
Thanks for coming on,
dude.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Peace out.
And just to let everybody know, we're still in constant negotiations for that iBook.
Oh yeah. I think Dust still needs it.
Well, this is going to be like Chinese democracy. So.
Right.
Frank's just like. All right, gentlemen. Thanks again. You have a good weekend.
You too.
Peace.
Peace out. You just like seeing him squirm with that, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
But now I wonder if they're going to be doing are they going to come out with like a Vega 128 or something? Is that what
they're supposedly they're doing a Polaris refresh for some fucking reason. Is the latest rumor mill, because the 580 and all that shit, that's who cares now? What are you gonna buy, a 680 or whatever? I don't understand. But anyway,
well, that's their mainstream line. The Vega is the enthusiast line.
Well, I mean they got the Phantom line coming out, but I mean that's not really anything new. It's just the same thing, just the different series, whatever. Anyway, but Deepcool launches a full cover Ryzen and Threadripper cooler called Fryzen. Okay, I'm mentioning this one in the news for its name alone. Deepcool released a Ryzen cooler series called Fryzen, smiley face. Specially designed for the AMD Ryzen Threadripper series processor and supports the TR4, AM4, and mainstream AMD socket types. It features an ultra-large copper base and a parallel arrangement of 6 boot-shaped heat pipes for extreme heat dissipation and performance. So, yeah, it's goofy, it's stupid, but the name's cool.
Well, hopefully it doesn't fry.
Oh, it's like, what does it say? It's $89 USD. So, I mean, look at that shit.
It's rainbowy.
Yeah. Well, you know, they got to have that RGB, I'll bet you. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, 16.7 M true color. Yes, 16.7 million true color RGB flowing light. Oh, yep, there you go. Oh, fucking shit. People are going to buy that shit.
Yeah.
I was going to put water cooling and, you know, overclock it, but I figured, fuck it, I'll put some lights on that shit.
By the way, did you see any of Jay's videos, like on the cheap PC challenge he was doing or build?
Yeah, I saw where he did it and it fucked up.
Yeah, where he was trying to do the Ryzen 2200G or whatever on there.
Yeah.
It seems like those all-in-one, you know, like the APUs or whatever, it seems like they're not really living up to the hype because they're not, like, it's not performing as good as just like their dedicated card, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it's supposed to have the name of the card in there, how come it's not doing as good as the card, you know?
I don't know. I have to admit, I really didn't read this whole article. I don't even remember what the headline said that made me pull it up. AMD GPU rumors. Polaris 30 12 nanometer GPUs in Q4. Navi GPU based mid range cards arrive before high end HBM2 variants. I mean, this site, WCCF Tech, they're kind of like, they're banned from the subreddit AMD because they keep posting shit that's like, this is bullshit. So, take everything, take everything in the rumor mill with a grain of salt.
Who did you say was banned from the subreddit?
These guys, WCCF Tech.
Uh,
when you look up stuff and it's a story about GPUs that are coming out, and it's a rumor, it's usually them. See, like even this NVIDIA has a stock of over 1 million next-gen GeForce graphics cards waiting to power gaming PCs, report alleges. So, I don't know.
Okay.
I just, you know, I threw this in there to not just show favoritism towards my boys AMD. Rumor mill is, you know, all of Twitter. Bitcoin mining chill suggests graphic cards price might drop come in, or that's also the thing that made me doubt this. Come in July, might drop some in July. Is that what they meant to type? I don't know. I mean,
when
I've
did
seen
this article come out.
July 3rd. Yeah, so I've seen prices go down, but I don't know if I can expect any kind of drop. But I mean, everybody's posting, like, you know, they got the rumor mills and then they got the, you know, speculatory, you know, clickbaity stuff. Cryptocurrency nosedive means steep graphics card discounts ahead for gamers. We can only fucking hope, right?
No, I feel like that shit's is gonna be like a bomb on everybody, and it's like, oh well, Bitcoin's dead, or something like that, you know?
I don't know. But yeah, so my main stories that I like: Fallout 76, Todd Howard, the guy from Bethesda, no cross-console play because Sony is not as helpful as everyone would like. Basically, they're not doing cross-platform play, and they want to let everyone know that Sony's doing it, and we already know they do it with Fortnite. Remember we said that if you already used your Fortnite account on what was it, Nintendo, then they say, sorry, you can't use it on this one.
Yeah. You should brought this up when Doug was there.
Yeah, but I was kind of burying the lead because I didn't want to really talk about Fallout too much. Because it wasn't a Sony article. It's about Fallout.
Well, it's Fallout's fault. Next.
No, it's not. Plus, he hates Bethesda any fucking way.
Yeah. They suck. Next.
Right. So, yeah. Basically, they did an interview where they said that Fallout 76's service-based direction doesn't mark the future of Bethesda games, because they say the next Fallout game will be, single player. Their other big game coming up, the Elder Scrolls, obviously, and then, sorry, they got some other bullshit game that I'm not excited at all about. I don't know what it is. It's not, like, don't expect to play it anytime soon. Yeah, that's going to be single player. Go ahead.
They know nobody really wants games as a service,
I mean, this is just their chance to try something new. They did a branch off with, like, they did Fallout 3, and then they let someone else make Fallout New Vegas as a little fill-in while they work on the next big Fallout game. And, I totally understand it. So people are getting their panties in a wad because they're changing shit. And I understand. I was upset because I wanted to play solo, but I can play solo. You can't play single player, but I mean, you run into raiders and shit anyway. You might as well run into real assholes in the waste.
Yeah.
But also, this crosses right. This right here, I wasn't sure, so I had to. This is also why Fallout's at the bottom here, because it goes from regular stories into my what the fuck story. This, I didn't know which one to put this on, so it rides the fence. Fallout July 4th message featuring Liberty Prime divides Bethesda fans. Bethesda celebrated 4th of July Independence Day with a nice message from Liberty Prime, the patriotic destroyer of the worlds that advocates for democracy. The only problem is that it's hard to tell if the post was made in good fun or genuine intent, thanks to the many layers of satire both Fallout and Liberty Prime are steeped in. The question began almost immediately when Bethesda posted a picture of Liberty Prime, a giant robot / U.S. Army weapon from the Fallout games, on July 4th. Bethesda even tweeted the words, "Democracy will never be defeated," something Liberty Prime says in-game. So basically, this is a throwback. Do you remember when Wolfenstein was coming out and they said, "Fuck Nazis, kill Nazis," make Nazis dead again, or make America Nazi-free, whatever the fuck the slogan was, that actually pissed people off. That you wouldn't think in 2017 and 2018 we would have to fucking discuss. Like, it would fucking... Right. You figure everyone could be against Nazis, right?
Well, who the fuck people would be against killing Nazis,
Right. Someone actually was like... Somebody actually posted, like, oh, how fully American. And they're like, no, Wolfenstein wasn't made by an American company, you fucking idiot. So, anyway, this is a similar incident here. Like they said, in the Fallout universe, there's a U.S. weapon called Liberty Prime. Liberty, freedom. And it's a robot that runs around saying shit and says democracy will never be defeated and shit like that. So they tweeted that on July 4th. To be tongue-in-cheek. Liberty and democracy. And there's layers to this. Like an onion has layers, or like an ogre has layers. And the fans went ape shit. In Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, Liberty Prime is a jingoistic weapon of mass destruction built by the United States during the fictional Sino-American War against the Communist Chinese. Alongside an impressive artillery, Liberty Prime spouts patriotic slogan while committing war acts like democracy is truth, communism is death. The problem is that, like other aspects of Fallout, Liberty Prime is a satire of the United States, or at least it's supposed to be. It's hard to look at this post seriously without questioning whether or not it's supposed to be taken with the same irony the franchise is known for, or if this message is meant to be taken at face value, which comes with its own problems. So there's literally zero democracy in the Capitol Wasteland. This game where it takes place is in Washington, so that's why they call it the Capitol Wasteland. So, or I know we all enjoy a good Bethesda dunk, but this is ironic, right? Like, the joke is that democracy in America failed in Fallout, right? So, people were just like, what? What? I don't understand how to read this. So they tried to post something that got people talking, and they did. So, yay?
Sure.
I mean, America, we have to actually say we got to explain fuck Nazis. I don't understand.
Yeah.
By the way,
Well, it's
go ahead.
well, it's like people have problems and stuff. Like when you're like, yeah, go democracy or go America, and they get offended by that.
Right. Now, this article here shows that I believe Elon Musk is basically Bruce fucking Wayne. You could say Tony Stark. I'm going to say Bruce Wayne. Because he's an eccentric, billionaire at this point? Or is he still a millionaire? Anyway.
Well, the thing is, I see it more of as a Tony Stark because Bruce Wayne, he was never really like involved with public stuff with his like technology stuff, whereas like Tony Stark, yeah, he was more touting about his technology. Bruce Wayne kind of just like let his company run it.
Well, anyway, he's kind of the closest we're gonna get because he keeps doing these like crazy eccentric crazy shit like, I'm gonna sell flamethrowers. You can't sell flamethrowers. Okay, I'm gonna sell not flamethrowers, motherfucker. What do you think of that? And he did. And then, when the Virgin Islands flooded, and they lost power, he said, "Well, I'm going to use my Tesla technology to get you back up on the grid." And now the multi-billionaire has sent a group of his top engineers to help rescue 12 schoolboys and the football coach who found themselves trapped in a flooded cave. If you've heard anything on the news lately, there's a bunch of kids trapped in a cave in the flooded.
Hear about that.
Oh man, you must not have the news on for 2 seconds. But yeah, basically, there was a flood, and they hid in the cave, and the cave got flooded. And the Thai government, they sent trained divers in to just bring them supplies, and one of them drowned. So, but they're not. They say they're not healthy enough to get them out, and they're having more rain this weekend, so they don't know what the hell to do. And he's sending people from the boring. He says, was it SpaceX team reached out to us today to help connect to Thai government. Our team connected and provided some prep feedback to your team for pumps. Cave was narrowest, 70 centimeter cross section, and about 5 kilometers to 13 guys. For a vertical drill, it's about a half mile down and tricky, is what James Yen Benrung said. And Elon said, well, maybe worth trying. Insert a 1 meter diameter nylon tube or shorter set of tubes for most difficult sections through cave network and inflate with air like a bouncy castle. Should create an air tunnel underwater against cave roof and auto conform to odd shapes like the 70 centimeter hole. So, he has the boring company. They drill fucking holes for for a living. Yeah, like they do it like it's their goddamn job, because it is. According to the Mail Online, Musk, 46, said his boring company, which digs tunnels for advanced transport systems, planned to insert a nylon tube into the cave before inflating it like a bouncy castle to create an underwater tunnel. So, they're running out of options. Fucking government officials are powerless. So, eccentric multi-billionaire goes, yeah, just, send my guys there and we'll come the fuck out. God damn, he's Batman. I'm sorry.
Well, how did the diver drown? I was wondering, did they just run out of oxygen from their tank or something?
Yes, he was wearing a tank and he must have ran out of oxygen. They didn't give a whole lot of news about it on the news this morning, and it's, where is it? 9 days. It's been in there since June. A former Navy SEAL died after he ran out of oxygen. Yeah. So, yeah.
And those islands are still out of power, aren't they? They're like fucked.
I don't know, man. This is.
Or was it Jamaica? I forget.
You don't know. It's all the same. It's not America. I don't know. By the way, did something massive smash into Uranus?
Me no.
You might be aware of one of Uranus's complexities. It spins on its side, and its moons orbit on that same rotated plane. New evidence strengthens the case that Uranus was smashed in a giant collision, resulting in its sideways orientation in its orbital plane, and perhaps explaining some of the planet's other mysteries. So yeah, this is a clickbaity article, is the fucking title. So
Oh, I thought they were saying recently.
No. It got you to
that is
read and wonder
clickbait,
what's
man.
going on, didn't it? Didn't it?
No, I got you to read.
Yeah, read it on the air, motherfucker.
Yeah. So is that your last article, sir?
Yes, sir.
You gonna play some more Fallout tonight?
Yes, sir. As soon as the feeling comes back in my ass.
You gonna play some Wolfenstein tonight?
Probably not.
Of course not.
No, I'm doing the open world nature of Fallout 4. I've been in there developing my character because you have to level up to be able to do certain. I gave her perks and skill sets, but I want my character to fit a certain play style, like be stealthy, sneaky, and be. I want to be able. That's another play style of Fallout is you can use drugs in game, and you have to be. There's perks that increase your resistance to it and lower the effects. I want to increase my resistance because if you take too many, you're addicted. And I want my gameplay. I want this playthrough to be heavily dependent on them. Because why the fuck not? It seems like fun.
Right.
And other things, and you have to grind a bit, and I don't mind that because I know how. So that's part of the fun for me. Versus Wolfenstein, I enjoy it, but it's linear.
Oh, it's pretty hard, huh?
Kinda. I mean, like, it's kind of cool when you sneak and you find little bits and pieces of intel and shit. But like, there's no in Fallout, you can improve. So your computer assisted aiming, you can take down targets without actually being very good at shooting from the hip, as it were.
From the hip.
Right. Whereas with, Wolfenstein, nope, you better quick save because you're going to die and lose all that progress. So,
well,
but
what
anyway,
was your progress in the Fallout? Where you, how many times did you beat it already?
I haven't beat it all the way. That's the other thing. You could go at your own pace, and even if you actually, if you complete the main story, you can keep going, or you can just like. The joke about it is, someone took a copy of the game and they put a sticker, a father loses his son and then immediately forgets about him and runs around, committing carnage or something to that effect, because the storyline is your kid is kidnapped from you and you're supposed to go and try and find him, but people spend the entirety of their playthroughs just either building settlements or fighting or doing drugs or ignoring the main quest, as it were.
Doing drugs is bad, okay?
Well, they have a drug that slows down time for like 15 seconds, and you can shoot your enemies while you're in the slowdown mode. I mean, they've got drugs that if you take them, they increase your perception, and they give you better sales. When you go to trade with traders, you get better deals. And all you gotta do is make them. So.
Well, isn't it kind of like slow-mo already? Because I remember from the limited amount that I played, like Fallout 3, you just like choose the different body parts or something like that,
Yeah, that's well, the older version would freeze time and you'd select the parts and then you'd shoot them. Then in Fallout 4, they sped it up where it just slowed down time. Now in Fallout 76, it's real time. But since you have the stats and the perks to get better aiming, it'll guide you if you leveled up and built your character in such a way. So, like the subreddits I was reading, people actually are like, I hope with the beta you can make your character and spend hours and hours doing your character build before the game actually launches, and people are like, do people really spend 4 hours making their character? And I'm like, the previous versions, people spent hours making their character, and you didn't even pick a face. You just built your character, skill points. So yeah.
Yeah, I can believe that. But like, was that kind of like the whole theme around the Fallout? Was like I'm sure it's probably used for like a lot of missions and stuff where you have to kill somebody at a specific body part or whatever.
Well, I mean, you got the sniper. You can you got sneak up on them and pickpocket or kill them. It depends on what you're trying to do. My last playthrough, I got really, I enjoyed a sniper rifle, and then I realized, oh, I had totally different stats, and
well, like would you ever have to just like shoot them in their leg or something?
To keep them from getting away. Yeah, that's like a hint.
Yeah.
When there's a load screen, it's like, want an enemy to not get away, cripple their legs. There you go. Yeah, okay.
And then maybe pickpocket them or something like that.
Yeah, you get there's a what the hell they call it? When you play, you get an achievement if you pickpocket somebody and you plant a grenade on them and then they blow up. You get an achievement for that.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I did that.
Achievements.
Oh, yeah, well, I haven't got all of them. That's why I didn't want to do mods until I got my level of my regular playthrough. I was up to like level 55. But I was I want to make a different character. It's the whole role play thing, It's like you're trying to either play as yourself and what you would like. I watched a guy on YouTube. He plays as himself, so they're like, "Well, I wouldn't do that because I personally wouldn't do it." No, fuck you. This is a video game. This isn't real life.
Well, you heard it here. You heard it here, folks. Frank likes roleplay.
That's right. And pegging. Wait a minute. Did he say that?
Wait, what?
Oh, shit. Well, anyway, thanks for having me on, man. I want to get the fuck out of here and let some feeling come back in my ass. Seriously.
Yeah. It was fun. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for listening to us.
Yeah, the show sucks. Next.
By the way, look forward to you coming on again sometime, Floyd, if you're even still listening to this.
He doesn't listen to this shit. He listens to the first 5 minutes and goes, nah.
Floyd. Yeah, he was out before. He was on the show and he was like out already.
Yeah, he's like, well, did I do it right? I go, nah, you brought the show down, man.
Nah.
I'm going to tell him, yeah, he wants us to have a listener, so it's okay that you're not on.
Yeah, it's like I'm going back and forth if I want to. I liked having him on, but I like having him as a listener too.
There's been a few shows that we've done that we had listeners for, like, viewed 7, 8, 9 times. I'm like, how? What?
Oh yeah. By the way, that reminds me. I don't know if he listens to it all the way through either, but like that Quinn guy replied on what I think it was last week's show or the one before that, I forget, but he said, yeah, I still listen to this.
Aw.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause I remember we were talking about it.
Yeah, well, because we don't see the actual, like, number counts. Like, every once in a while I'll peek and see, but I don't sit there and go, oh my god, there's so many views.
Yeah,
and I don't,
we're not used to keeping up on the social part of this show because... Well,
right, we always just did it for our own damn entertainment, like,
Yeah.
Like, if no one... there are people that say we would do this if nobody watched. No one is watching, so we're still doing it.
Right.
We make the show we would like to see. Two assholes talking about, the
shit we love.
Yes, the stuff that interests us, and quite possibly could piss off a few of our guests. So we're fucking with each other, man. Well, anyway, thank you for having me on. Thank you for coming on. And
And this show is not.
But it might be overkill for a system like this. What am I talking about? Overkill? Nah.
This show is not overkill. Guitar overhand. Guitar overhead.
Boobs.
4K, man. 4K. All day. Every day. Except for still probably not at high detail.
Thanks, Jerry.
Right. Thanks.